The Minnesota Miracle referees came in and got us. Like, you know,
you played, you were out there.
At the last play of the game, like, game's over. Referee comes to the locker room like, we still need a field. No, you don't. The game is over. We can't win this. Like, we can't even run this back for a 2-point. We won't win. He was like, no, you got to come back out here.
There's no need for this. We can just
you just look at it like you're looking at him like, bro.
Continue on with the segment.
I think that's when I started hating referees. And they didn't even do nothing but do his job that time. He did his job. He came and was like, hey, you got to do this.
He did his job.
Yeah, but that next game, he did not do his job. Anyways, they didn't do their job for the Rams situation too. There's a lot of this.
We should just keep talking about this.
That's going to open up a can of, is it hot? Somebody going to get cursed out.
Make it hot.
Back at it once again, season 3. Truss Levelz on the biggest of the Truss and even the most major of the levels.
Right?
Whoa. We're gonna talk about this later. What do I do?
Where do I?
That boy said, but doing it.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Tell me when to stop.
Big Hey, you can't stop because you can never hit the next level. You always aiming to hit the next level, but there is no highest level. It's all about how you see it. So you got to do what you can do, and you've been doing what you do really well.
Just keep
to a hoe.
And that's why you.
Nothing.
And that's on the big.
And that's on the biggest
of the Truss.
But like I said, to the left of me, I got my dog, my brother from another, you know, my mans who's been in the league with me for going on 12 years now. I call it year dozen. My dog done had 3 Pro Bowls. You know, he done sired another legacy retainer in Mark V.I. the third. Son of the first. Big legacy vibes. His dad was a wide receiver, and my man's is a running back. They do it all on the offensive side. So I'm just excited what the third gonna do. Because he's going to be up to something, and we can't wait to watch it. But when I say a phenomenal father, this man has, he got girls. I thought I had some girls. He got one more girl than me. He got 4 girls in his life.
Because you hung it up, and I kept going.
But my man's is a phenomenal father, phenomenal pro. I may FaceTime this dude, and he's like, after workouts, whatever it is, he's at gymnastics practice. He's taking him to practice. He's at soccer practice. He's taking him to practice.
He's
giving
tying
pointers.
shoes.
Hey, he's tying shoes, wiping noses. Hey, what time it is? It's Mark V time.
The tying the shoes is
MVI.
handicapped my oldest because she still doesn't tie her own shoes. So we'll get to that later.
Yeah, it is what it is. My man is fully involved. Like if wifey said change a diaper, I got a rule day. That's not my man MVI. My man's in there with whatever you need. That being said, he's a phenomenal pro. As I said, 3-time Pro Bowler.
As I hand my baby to the wife.
Hey, Saints leading active rusher, NFL's leading active rusher. There is accolades right now that can't be touched because MVI is him. That's why he's the second. He was him. Him was the first. And he was so good, he had a second. Second was so good, he had a third. So we can't wait for the legacy vibes. I'm Cam Jordan.
That boy, no intro. I'm going to tell you that.
I'm Cam Jordan. I am not the first or the second. I'm just Cam Jordan. I ain't getting none of those official
titles.
There
can't be any more. There cannot be another.
Can't. My dad, Steve Jordan, played in the league for 13 years with the Minnesota Vikings, 6-time Pro Bowler. I mean,
Ring of Honor.
Hey, Ring of Honor. Saints Vikings Ring of Honor. I mean, phenomenal.
Wow.
I got to go to that induction while I was playing, which was pretty cool.
That was cool.
And then, of course,
you talking about legacy.
You know, I'm trying to uphold some value. I've been around the league for about year dozen. It's 12 years for y'all.
Exceeded his father's Pro Bowls.
You know, I may have one more Pro Bowl than my father, but the men of the family got 13 Pro Bowls, and it feels nice. Crazy. You know, we got some accolades that we're putting together.
And that you have a man-child that you're grooming.
I fathered Tank Jordan, but he's not a second either. We didn't do that thing.
There's only one of a kind.
But it's a big legacy vibes on the big trust.
All Jordan men are one of a kind.
Wait, that's it. That's it, because we all a ton of work. That being said, I'm just happy to have my co-host here with me as we introduce Eric Kendricks, which I just learned that his first name ain't even Eric. This man is named Nathan.
Eric Nathan.
Eric Nathan. It's a hyphen.
It's like Ricky Bobby, but it's Eric Nathan.
Eric Nathan.
So that it's both one name?
Yes,
2 for 1.
Eric hyphen Nathan.
So
Eric
Nathan
Nathan.
isn't the
Marvin.
middle name?
Marvin's the middle
Eric
name.
Nathan Marvin Kendricks. Wow. Name's not even Eric.
I'm using that.
I've been calling him EK. This man's name is
We play you guys this year. I'm using that.
ENMK. It's crazy. But
I got some new stuff to talk shit about when we play in London.
Phenomenal athlete. Phenomenal linebacker. He's been underrated his whole career. When I say he should have went to Cal didn't even offer him. It's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't.
He got to the league was a second round pick, one pick away from his older brother, Michael Kendricks, whose also name is Marvin. And then, gets to the league and he's been underrated ever since, but still is a Pro Bowler. Still is
Underrated
all-pro.
by whom?
Still leads the Vikings defense and has been there for
It's my 8th season.
eight seasons. I've known this man since he was a boy. He ain't a boy no more. This man coming down, he's feeling the A gaps, B gaps, and knocking out some of your favorite running backs.
And I'm smiling while I'm doing it.
Is out here. I would say smiling once he take off the helmet and he's flowing out there. I don't know who got the best hair in the league, but he's one of them. They got Troy Polamalu, and right next to Troy, it's EK, or now Nathan. My dog, appreciate you.
You're
for
giving
having
up the
me on camera.
title of best hair?
No, I got the most hairstyles. I don't have best hair. I mean, is it luxurious? Sure. But is it floating like this? Absolutely not.
The flow?
Yeah, like
My shit flowing.
Like
My shit
he an
spinning.
active soul glow candidate. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the soul glow.
Boy, wet.
You know what I'm saying? It look wet,
I've been growing my hair since.
but it's dry though.
I've been growing my hair since 7th grade, and my mom would never let me grow it. She always made me get a fade. And then one year I was like, "Mom, please, like I know I have curls. I know I have curls."
Yeah.
And then I started growing it, and then
Never look
The
back.
rest is history.
Never look back.
So we have 2 brothers, and none of you guys actually go by the name that we call you.
But also, and they're all named Marvin. Hell,
we all have Marvin in our name. All my brothers.
even the older ones.
Yeah.
Oh, all of them.
Wait, is your father named Marvin?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, I like him. I
and
like
he's
him.
not even, his name ain't even Marvin. Just learn
Stop
this shit.
lying to me.
I'm sick and tired of being lied to. I've been a part of his family for
true.
like 15 years, 16 years.
That's wild. It's true though.
Are you guys both from Arizona? Or?
No.
No,
His older brother, Mike Kendricks, played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Drafted there. Went to Cal. I helped recruit him. I was one of his hosts on his recruiting visit. So I've known Marvin Michael since.
So you and Mike were teammates?
Yeah.
and then I was coming up to the games,
Right.
and that's where I met Cam because
And
Cam
they
was the
didn't
loudest
offer
one
you?
there. Huh?
No, that's the craziest.
You know what's
More I
crazy?
learned about Cal is you guys just don't do
Fumble
shit
the
the right
bag.
way.
It's what we do. We fumble the bag.
I went to a Cal camp, and I remember like just doing
Smoking.
like just going extra hard because my brother had went there, and I remember like beating people in races and doing everything, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll be in contact with you."
Bro, Mike Kendricks is out there hyping his bro up. Like, bro, like you
But-
see how fast he is? Like, well, just think about me, Mike. It's going to be game changing. And it would have been. But you know what? He goes to UCLA, has a phenomenal career. Anyways, we'll get there. Bro, the fact that you have 7 siblings, and I've been a part of I've been to Fresno, stayed at the crib.
I'm the 7th.
You're the
I'm
baby.
the 7th.
No.
How many boys
I'm the
and
big
girls?
boy.
Okay.
So there's 4 boys and 3 girls.
So
Do
you're
the
not-
girls
you're
have Marvin in their name?
No,
Okay.
Marva.
Marvina.
Marvina. I thought about naming my daughter Marka, and my wife slapped me. But,
Marcus.
yeah, like, why not?
Because
Yeah,
it sounds like
it just is what it is.
Sounds like
But hey, we talk about big legacy. There's Mark's dad who played in the league. Mark played in the league. My dad played in the league. I play in the league. EK, of course, his brother played in the league. But it all starts off with the grain that it could come from. And Marvin, Big Marvin, who's now his name is now not Marvin to me anymore. I now know his first name, and it's upsetting. Marvin,
so
Mr.
now the whole
Kendricks.
family has names that you call them, which is not actually their name.
At least
essentially.
Eric's technically it's like
mine is actually Eric. It's just Eric Nathan.
Yeah. Okay.
like Eric Lee, but Eric Nathan.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go through like a period in my life down the road where I just start going
Big
by
Nate
Nathan.
Dog.
Just switch it up.
Yeah, but
Nathaniel.
So either way, we big on legacy, bro. And Big Marv, aka EK's dad, played in the CFL and had a shot at the NFL for a quick little bit.
Yeah.
So
I remember when I was first started going to the gym with my dad. I remember him putting up 500 pounds on the bench press and just repping it but I remember him having 340 on, 350 on, and him just talking to me son, when you get under the bench press, all you really need is 225, and he's just over here while he's talking to me. So he's just naturally strong as an ox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jeez.
And it was it's pretty crazy.
And y'all come from Fresno. Is everybody from Fresno? Like Pop's from Fresno too?
No, he's from Chicago. He's from Illinois.
And then you go
Mount Vernon, Illinois.
So then you go to the armpit of California.
My mom was from outside of Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
And then
Wait, what the hell?
Fresno.
You learn things about your friends that you never knew before.
That's great.
It's impressive.
It's great.
Okay. And then, like I said, so then y'all go to, y'all
So where you from?
Fresno.
I'm from Fresno.
Okay.
He from the no. And when you know the no, I the first time I ever spent like a week at his house, like, crashed there where Mike, whatever, we go down there. Bro, I rent this car. It's like, my first year in the league, so I got some money. So I'm like, rental car's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, pull up in this little Altima. Ain't nothing in there, bro. Like, I'm staying at their house. Like, we working out, whatever it is. I think they had a kids camp. And within that 7-day span, my car get broken into 3 times. And there's nothing in there. I think they like jacked the aux cord because aux cords were hot back in the day.
Yeah.
So he jacked the aux cord one time. I had like
Hey, you shouldn't have left anything out, man.
I had like $1.50 worth of like quarters in that thing.
Should have been everything.
Hey, gone.
Should have left everything. Should have put everything tucked away.
Yeah.
It's on you.
Nothing
teach that
showing.
man. You gotta
But like a
teach that man.
$7.99 aux cord from like Radio City or something.
Hey, the man coming to the hood, you gotta teach him. Don't
Man.
leave nothing out.
Either way, bro, I've seen EK grow up, bro, from when I first met him. So what is that? 16 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
are
what's
we,
crazy
14?
is like I remember
12?
I remember specifically like that Cal locker room at the time and like how we used to have to wait outside and it was kind of like it was just all awkward. Like the whole facility was like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the original
and
facility.
I remember we would always know when Cam came out because Cam was just the loudest person ever. You know what I mean?
So it never has changed.
And it was just like I probably was like 15 at the time, like 16 for sure.
Crazy.
That's dope.
I'm 30
I love
now,
hearing
so
this
yeah.
stuff. I
You
love
30
hearing
now?
this.
Mm-hmm.
Old ass. Jeez.
But you know what's crazy about it is like this little pigskin brought us all together. Like we have brothers for life off this little pigskin,
Facts.
right? Like,
And I've known you through Cam, and I feel like you kind of took me in as your brother. Like
bro,
every time I saw you out or wherever.
it's just like
Extension of family.
exactly. it's off strength. Like I seen you with Cam J like several times. Seen your brother with Cam J several times. So every time I see either one of y'all out, it's like those are my brothers.
No
like,
doubt.
so it's just love.
That's my
Now,
man.
obviously-
I know they're good people.
Now, obviously, the respect factor of playing this game. You play it at the highest level. You do it the right way. I'm a running back. You're a linebacker. We've went head up several times. So that, and then on top of y'all being cool, on top of y'all know my brother is just a given. It's a no brainer. Like it's big respect, big love, and that's why we appreciate you coming on the pod with us because that's on the biggest of the trust. Of the levels. Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
You got it. Look.
I
You
had
in
to
there.
verify. Like I was like,
Yeah. He looking at the hoodie. Big
Yeah. Because everything we do is big. But I mean, either way. So let's start off. Like big, at the Fresno level. You grow up. You got hella brothers. You got a few sisters.
And hella pedigree.
Man, and hey, nice little jump start to life. You know what I'm saying? Your dad's athletic. Mom's was athletic back in the Gap. Yes, no?
My mom?
Yeah. Oregon?
My mom is a grinder though. My mom, so like whether I get my athletics from my dad, I get my grind from my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Mentality.
that's facts, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom is a grinder. She'll do what it takes to get it done. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's seen her work, overtime, graveyard shift, seen her do all that. So like the grind, my mom and she'll do yard work on the weekends. You know what I mean?
Y'all work.
Yeah.
Ain't no yard work. That's the
In
Oregon. Hey,
Fresno,
that's that
110.
Oregon energy.
You know what I mean?
I tend to my own yards. Oh, okay.
No doubt.
Bruh, so I mean, you grew up. So you grew up playing sports. You grew up what? Were you ballerina? You tap
Skateboarding.
dance?
I
Skateboard?
Yeah.
Longboard?
What's the most fire trick you done pulled off?
Oh, I mean like
Big run. 50-50.
360, tray flip. 360,
Like so you
360
be
flip.
like doing the Tony Hawk shit? Like
I could do like double kick flips.
Half
like
pipe.
I used to be like me and my friends used to get like my little Nokia phone that had a little recorder on the top. And we used to go to like 3 stairs and like record each other like trying to do tricks off the 3 stair
Hey.
until I like rolled my ankle before a football practice. You know what I mean? And my coach was like, "What are you doing?" My brother had just started getting offered. I started skating all the way probably until my freshman year in high school is when I was like skating really heavy.
yeah.
And then my brother started kind of getting recruited for football.
Baggy jeans, Etnies.
Yeah, and probably it was hot. It was hot in Fresno. Probably shorts, but I remember rolling my ankle and snapping my skateboard at the same time, and then like having to go in and like explain myself before football practice that I can't practice. And my coach was like, "What are you doing? Like, you see your brother like you either gonna skateboard or you're gonna play football."
Right.
And I was just like, "Well, I snapped my board, so I don't have a board." And then it was like,
So I guess
my brother's kind of good at football. I'm kind of, I feel like I was good at football, and I was like, all right, well,
I don't have a board anymore, so
over.
I guess we'll play.
I still like, I still really wish I can mess around, but I'm not the kind of person that can like just get on a skateboard because I just want to keep doing tricks and kind of
You
taking it
get
to the next
obsessive
level.
about it. Like, all right, what's next?
Well, because you did that, so it's like you want to.
Yeah, I want to see push myself. See what I can do. Keep doing it. So I'm like,
Go ahead, say it.
what?
I'm gonna take it
To the whole next level.
Hey, I know you want it. You're leading up to it. Go get it. So I mean, so skateboard. So no track, no soccer, no.
I didn't know. So I started sports. My first year playing sports was in 6th grade, and obviously I played. We all were all stars at recess. Every recess period. But I started playing football when I was in 6th grade.
Bro, recess builds character.
Straight up. You come in there sweaty after.
You seen the TikTok where it's like me coming into recess after
7 touchdowns.
Yeah, 8 catches for 250 yards, 12 rushes for. Yeah, he drinking the water like.
Absolutely, that's where it started.
Yeah.
So I started playing football in 6th grade. My brother started the same exact year. He was in 8th grade, but my mom wouldn't let him play because he was skinnier than me at the time. So she was just like, okay, she felt like I was bigger than him, so she let me play earlier. My older brother Terrence is the one who signed me up and paid for me to join the Hoover High Pop Warner team, and that was my first year playing football. But I also played basketball, baseball, volleyball in my middle school. Pretty much everything.
Volleyball?
Volley.
You hear a lot of sports, but volleyball ain't one of them.
But it was just a sport that we had that was it was a time period, and it was like you either gonna play something or you're not.
Right.
So I was like, let's play.
Yeah.
So it was what it was. So
volleyball is fun, but I played it on the sand, but never organized boom.
I played 3 years, I think 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Wow.
Organized.
Never did track though, which was weird. I never ran track, but I
just naturally fast.
Yeah.
Recess fast.
Yeah. But baseball, I would say, was my I played basketball every year in high school too, but baseball was probably the sport that I was the best at, besides best at most naturally. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Football, obviously I work hard and I was good at it, but baseball was I didn't even try, and I feel like it was kind of
yeah. You was a slugger or what? What position you was playing?
I played short my senior year in high school.
My name's Nathan. I hit Nathan but dingers. Eric Nathan.
And he's Nathan but dingers.
Nathan but dingers.
Wow. I'm mind blown.
I ain't gonna say I'm mind blown for this Eric Nathan threw me all the way.
Yeah,
I knew you was a Marvin.
I've never really ever met nobody named Nathan
as a continuance of a first name.
That's even crazy.
My nephew's name is Nathan too.
Wow.
Facts.
I can't even save my stuff anymore. Nathaniel. I
seen a little video of him off either you or Mike's feed, and I was like, damn, that boy got big. Mm-hmm. Anyways, it's crazy. You feel like if you haven't seen a kid in 2 years, the growth
that's
that
where
they
you
go
see
through.
it at, bro. It's when I look at Cam, I don't see the age, right? I see Tank and Gojo come by. I'm like, what happened?
Right. Real personalities, when they start last time I saw you wasn't crying, but you was doing nothing but crying and eating boob. You know what I'm saying?
Tank calling me Uncle Mark. Glow's like, you're not my family. I'm like,
hey,
I
big
am.
We are. We'll explain it.
That's my brother. She was like, wait. Tank's like, you're my dad's brother. I'm like, not like Joffrey, but yes.
Look, I've had a
Glow's like, you're not my family. I'm like, that's why you're here every holiday.
Hey, when you guys were young, did you guys play multiple sports, or did you guys just play one sport?
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Everything.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Tap dancing and ballet.
I feel like now people are so specialized so early.
See, on Truss Levels, we're advocates of the multiple sport athlete.
Absolutely.
We feel you play all the sports, it creates a better overall athlete.
100%. 100%.
So we're heavy advocates of putting
Facts.
your kids on multiple sports, unless they're the best player in the world at tennis, then let them play.
Yeah,
Right.
tennis or golf,
Right.
those are kind of the anomalies.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me that tracking a baseball down or playing defense in basketball is not going to help you in football.
Or going side to side on the tennis court.
100%.
What do you mean? That range, that
Or
everything that you're
volleyball,
quick twitch,
just
the visual
athletics,
acuity
the
that
change
you're
of
doing,
the jumping.
It's crazy. It's so,
all the sports take a different type of movement,
Finesse.
a different type of.
and how do you declare somebody he's just a football player at 9 years old or 10 years old? And I've gone to some of these workout spots, and he'd be like, yeah, my son, he's 9, he had 17 sacks in 6 games. Real life story.
And he's a quarterback. It's
Real life story.
Yes, real life story.
Hey, he's like, yo, so
recently.
what does he need to do to get high school ready so we can get college ready to get NFL ready? Relax. You don't even know what type of body he's going to have.
You don't even know if he's going to start playing a whole different position.
Yeah,
Right.
He's a D lineman because he's the biggest kid on the field right now. He may not be that in
Right.
10 years. He
Like-
could be like, he could have a growth spurt, or he could not. He could have this wide frame now, but slender out. Or like, you don't know what you're going to be until, you're 17, 18. And even then,
he could be
men don't stop
good.
growing to the 25.
Yeah, he could had to hit a spurt and be a left tackle. Like, you never know.
You know what I'm saying?
Like-
Facts.
Like you said, like your best natural sport was baseball. Like you turned out to be an all-pro linebacker.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like even with linebacker, like I played quarterback in high school. I played running back, so it's like for me to just box myself in that early as well. Anthony Barr, he played running back 3 years in college, or 2 years in college, and
Right.
then now he's a linebacker Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be flexible even in later in your career, even
course.
sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So
100%.
all right.
So quarterback.
Yeah.
We'll get to all that. But
Yeah,
damn,
quarterback.
High school.
Quarterback.
It's high school.
No.
But like,
explain
I didn't
yourself.
play quarterback. I was the best athlete on my
Facts.
team. Like
I was-
You weren't
playing
the best
offense.
athlete if you weren't playing the
I
quarterback.
was.
I was playing offense and defense.
they
but I
put the
wasn't-
best athlete at running back, corner, safety, linebacker,
Or quarterback, because he has the ball in his hands every play.
Yes. You probably had no other good teammates. I don't know. No, I'm just
But
playing.
but I would go from quarterback to like receiver, and then they would throw me the ball at receiver, or I'll go from quarterback to running back, and then I'll get a handoff. You know what I mean?
So you were just all over. So how many?
And then I'll
snaps
punt the ball on fourth down.
I did.
You got some punts in there?
I did
Oh,
some
yeah.
punts too. So you're not the only one. You're not that cool.
No, we did
okay.
we did the usual. We did the usual. Take a soccer player.
I'm just playing.
Really?
Yeah, we
You
just-
guys must have had numbers. We had probably like 30
Oh, no,
guys.
bro,
or something
Soccer
like that.
player
in my
kicks, though.
in my
He
class
kicks.
I
alone,
believe
we
it.
graduated like 800 something kids, and then we
Really?
had
How many of you guys on your team? You're like
We
high
were
school?
loaded now.
Really?
Yeah, we were loaded.
We didn't have that many guys. When Mike was a senior, I played him with Mike. Mike's my older brother. I played with Mike in football. So I was a sophomore playing with Mike in football. We played next to each other at linebacker,
Right.
which is wild.
That's
Think about-
dope.
Yeah,
They're out
dope.
there stinking.
Mike and
But the thing is,
Mike
we
and
were-
Sam, Mike
yeah.
and Will.
And then we played at
Marvin
we played-
Kendricks on the tackle.
And then we played on the same basketball team too. So I was on varsity basketball. So I played as a sophomore with my brother who's senior.
Who gets more buckets? Yeah.
You already know.
So 1-on-1, you.
You already know. But
Mike's bounce is crazy. But
Michael was 360.
And Mike
boom,
is Mike
like
is
all
those-
that,
Mike
all
is,
that.
I'm gonna give him 5'11" because that's my dog. He's not 5'10".
My brother's a freak, like dumb athletic, dumb fast, play defense on versus
Right.
everybody. But as far as a bucket, I feel like I have a little bit more of a bucket.
A nice little bag.
Yeah, but yeah, man, like it was crazy to think that like that was the last time we were gonna, essentially
Play on the same team.
maybe not.
together.
And I'm not gonna count it out, but I'm just saying like that was so significant at that time, and we didn't really realize it till like later.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
I would say he probably realized it more than me, but I was young in my career, so it was special, man. It was cool playing next to him and fighting with him at practice and stuff like that. Like we took, we fought all the time at home growing up, but it was
Yeah.
like there was sometimes we really fight out at practice.
Like, what y'all was fighting about at practice? Like,
I
what's
don't-
up?
some
you-
dumb.
I'll say
Yeah.
it's
Something
dumb stuff. 'Cause- so EK is like the more calm collective.
but I'm a smart ass too though,
and
so I know how to
Mike is like,
Like, press his button.
yeah, I know how to press buttons really
Yeah.
like, so
and y'all and like similar size, like whatever it is, like relatively similar size at all times. Like,
But it's work,
It's
though.
not a
That's
young-
dope.
but it was
though,
cool to
bro.
have him like just my whole life growing up. Like I had the blueprint from him,
Right.
Yeah.
I had the blueprint, and as far as like someone to work out with and to like play basketballs in the front yard with, play with the neighborhood kids, everything. I had my brother to play with all the time, and he was that much better than me, just a little bit more better than me every single year. So I feel like that was a complete advantage. And then when he went to college at Cal, just his journey to get recruited and to get a scholarship was wild. Like he had to take extra classes. Like he had to do the most because nobody even believed that it was even possible at the school that I went to. So he was just like, no, he was not taking no for
Well,
an
like,
answer.
nobody was getting recruited from the school?
No one, and the fact that his schedule wasn't even aligning with him going to a UC school. Like,
Right.
he couldn't even based on his classes. So he was like going and telling them like, no, like I'm doing this. Like you need to add this class. You need to do this. And he was going there to the camps and being first in line. And he was teaching me without even teaching me how to make it. So when it was my turn to go to the camps,
this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna cut in line. I'm gonna cut everybody.
Right.
I'm gonna skip every drill because I need these people to see me from this small school in Fresno.
Right.
And I need to get out. Like, you know, that's
Right.
so it was like I had the cheat code the whole
That's a
and
blessing.
that was in college, and that was when he got to the pros, and that's, you know, it's been pretty crazy.
That's a blessing, bro.
Mhm.
Like,
huge blessing, bro.
I got 3 sisters, bro. So like when I hear the stories about like that, like that's just
You got
I
like
admire it. I
having
admire
an
it.
older brother, like you be like, all right, well, you don't say it out loud, but you're like, I'm going to be better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like you like,
But you don't have like you should be too.
yeah, but yes and no, because like your older brother is he's older, so he's like got 2 years of maturity on you physically, like.
But
so
that's just beating up on you. You're just getting battle hardened. You know,
So,
But like
So like you're 10 versus a 12-year-old. Like 12-year-old is normally going to be just like a little bit faster. And even if you're one step behind, you're still one step behind. So you're like, shit, I got to propel myself faster.
that's why.
I love it.
That's why, because you have this standard that you're trying to
Right.
reach.
Absolutely.
So like,
when he starts dunking, I'm like, man, I gotta get up
My
there.
turn.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I gotta touch the rim at least.
but that's so dope,
You know?
bro. Like
It's
y'all
like-
out there lined up, like going to smack
Bro, you
shit
play
with each other,
basketball-
like
so y'all
right
play-
next to each other. Like,
Play
for
basketball
real.
together, play football together. Did y'all play baseball together? Was the love still there?
So he played baseball. We both played baseball, but
Right.
as far as like me being on the varsity team, they kept me on the JV team longer for that.
Gotcha.
yeah.
It was a different situation.
Okay.
We're not gonna talk about it. But
So hey, so what made you choose football over basketball over
basketball, I mean, I feel like for
Volleyball.
basketball, it was kind of like, it was out of the, I mean, I was just like, I'm not going to be 6'7", you know, I'm not going to be playing guard.
Yeah,
so I was
that's
just
the
like,
thing.
That's
Like,
out.
Muggs be like, I'm not gonna be 6'8".
you can get
I wasn't
sized
the
out
point-
in basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
If I was the
Quickly.
point guard, if I was the point guard and I was the one that was having the rock in my hand, scoring 40 a night, okay, maybe I would consider that. But I wasn't that guy on the court. Now I was a good player,
Yeah.
but it was like I understood my role. You
Right,
know?
right.
Whereas baseball, it was like I was kind of considering like, dang, maybe
I mean,
this baseball thing.
team captain and first team all league 2009. Just saying, put that out there.
But
Bucket.
for football, but really what had me choose football was my brother. So like it was like he started going to Cal and he started balling, and I'm like, oh, like I feel like I'm better than my brother. You know, I've been training with him my whole life.
Yeah.
Like he's doing great in Cal.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
let's do the football
Right,
thing. Let's
right,
play.
right.
And it was like, let's play linebacker too, because I didn't know what position I was at the time. So it was just like he's playing good at linebacker.
Wait, so prior to this, you were what? Like
Line-
safety, quarterback.
running back. I would probably say like me and my brother would probably be a running back if it wasn't for us being linebackers.
Right.
My dad played running back.
That's
And-
kind of like the interchangeable position though. Like you can play running back, you can play linebacker. Like
Right. Same body.
it's kinda like this-
sometimes
it's-
same body type. Same.
especially like in that age, you know, middle school, high school. Like that's kind of like an interchangeable position.
No
Like,
doubt.
Yeah.
And but my brother was going to, I think he almost went to Oregon, but I think he was actually going to go to Oregon for a running back. So he was kind of like on the fence about what he was going to play going into college. He chose to go to Cal and play linebacker.
Yeah.
When I saw him have success at linebacker, it was like,
Playing linebacker.
I'm
I'm a
playing
linebacker.
brother.
I'm
It is what
I'm
it
a
is.
linebacker.
Yeah.
My brother's
Linebacker.
calling, you know,
Yeah.
like, I guess I'm a linebacker, you know. I swear, that's how it went, for real. Like, I didn't even like, it was just like, he's playing linebacker, I'm playing linebacker.
So when did you start getting letters? Did you get letters like sophomore, junior year? Like when did you start getting letters for
Junior year.
junior year? Strictly football.
Yeah, I was like, I would say I was like probably one of the most under recruited players in my UCLA class. So like my UCLA class, when I got there, we had like a great class, like one of the UCLA's best like recruiting classes ever. And I was like top 2 lowest, I would say.
Well, like 2 stars, 3 stars.
I think I got my 3rd star when I
When
committed
you
to
got that offer.
UCLA.
Yeah.
And the reason why I remember Coach Newhouse, shout out to him. He called me and he was like, "I'm offering you because you're playing everything." Like he was like, "I see your film and you're playing quarterback, you're playing receiver."
This as a junior.
Yeah, I was a senior. I was a senior when he offered me.
So when did you start playing linebacker?
I played linebacker.
The whole time.
The whole
So you
time.
played linebacker, running back.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
Linebacker's what I played on defense, but as far as on offense, I was like, playing running back. Yeah.
receiver.
So it was
punter,
like
kicker.
it was kind of like, are we gonna play running back or are we gonna play linebacker kind of thing? Probably.
Yeah. And so when he offered you, did they know that they wanted you to play linebacker there?
Yeah.
So you were recruited as an athlete or?
I was recruited as a linebacker.
Okay.
And my brother was playing linebacker, so they were asking me, you know, how much do you weigh? Oh, how much does your brother weigh? Type thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, he weighs 235, 240, you know. They're like, you think you can gain that weight? And I'm like, yeah, but thinking in my head, I'm like, I don't know if I can gain that weight.
But like,
you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. Like, but
I'm still dumbfounded by Cal. Like,
Let's
I'm
not talk about it.
dumbfounded, bro.
Let's not talk about it. We don't want to talk about it.
It's the list goes on though. Like I remember going to these camps and like that's what's like.
But your brother was balling there.
Balling. And I remember going to these camps and just like feeling like me, like I'm just like watching these backers who were recruited higher than me and like had more stars and, you know, all these offers. And I'm just looking at simple footwork and drill and bag drills. And I'm just like, they don't have it. Like, you know what I mean?
Fact.
You're not it.
It's clear.
You're
it's
not
clear.
it.
And it was clear to me. And I remember just going to all these camps and being like, I can't believe like they don't even take me seriously.
Right. That's crazy to me though. Like the recruiting circuit, like in high school, like how you could just full blown miss on like a future all pro linebacker.
You could go to their camps and be all stars at their individual camps. Like all these colleges throw recruiting type, you know, camps to see the talent that goes around.
You can go kill the camp.
Kill it. And they're like, bro, like, yeah, we'll
be in
contact you.
touch.
And then like never hear, but this guy that you clearly were better than is like scholarship. Him? Them? They?
How?
I like, if they had 2 tackles, I had 10. If they went around the corner and whatever, like my 40 was better, my bench was better, my jump was better. Like, where did you see that?
That's really wild.
I'm taller,
though.
I'm better, I smell better, I look better.
If you really wanted to be serious about like, if you're at a camp, let's say you're at a camp, you have 5 really good, like you have 15 backers and you have 5 that you really like, man, these 5 guys are really good and I can't tell which one's better than the other one. You could take them into a basketball gym and you could play horse.
Yeah.
You will know right there who is the most athletic backer.
Right.
Just by how he's going under the legs when he's chilling, how he's doing layups, you know, when he's messing around.
How he's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
Hey,
not hard.
Hey, that would be cold-blooded.
It's not hard.
Come here for this football camp. Hey, real quick.
We're bringing you 5 in to play horse.
I need to see.
Who says it has to be football?
I got this scholarship
right?
for the next person that wins 21.
Yeah, for real. Like, hey.
Boy, be out there mug going crazy.
Has pumping? Yeah.
You'll see someone that you may think it was, you know, made a little bit stiff. You'll see someone you like, man, he's an athlete.
Yeah.
You know?
He's spinning, fading back, like
That's who I want on my team.
Yeah, right.
Or just throw a complete curveball and be like, hey, man, I like what y'all did at the camp today. We're going to take y'all to this pickleball court. We're going to give you the rules, and then we're going to figure it out. Like, so then nobody has any base of anything.
It's just a baseline of like nobody knows how to play pickleball.
Like take him out of the football like environment and see how he can move. Yeah, throw him like
ask them some questions while they're shooting around. You know, just completely make them like comfortable. You know what I mean?
Or like tell them to throw a football.
Yeah, for real.
Like
something different.
Yeah, like catch a baseball, do something like
right.
Yeah,
just to see if you can. Like I'd be over.
Yeah, you're a one trick pony.
I'd be like, bro, I'm like athlete. Like it says DE, but if you ask me, could I cover somebody? Sure. Would I do it great? No, but I would do it, and it could be pretty decent. I can give you a couple seconds. I can't give you all the routes.
But like what you were doing, like that's a football player. Like you're not just. I don't want just a wide receiver or just a running back or just a safety. I want a football player because a football player can do it all. Like if you could do this, you could do that. Like you're gonna be great at whatever I end up putting you at. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. As me, as a recruit, I want an athlete. I was recruited as an athlete. Like you can look it up. It's not a lie. It's in the
ATH.
rival. Yeah, ATH.
I think was lucky because the people who were recruiting me from UCLA, one of them was a linebacker. Coach Howard, he played linebacker, but he was a D-line coach, and he could really relate to how I was, you know, being recruited. And then obviously Newheisel, who just liked that I played every position. So I got lucky, you know.
Yeah. So
gets to UCLA.
They got lucky.
Hey. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Them. Hey, but when it goes to UCLA.
But like, so what other offers you had though?
I had Washington State. I had Fresno State. Fresno State was my first offer. Shout out to Fresno State. Always got love for them. Those are my only 3 official.
Not enough love,
your pops
though.
went to Fresno State?
No.
Pops went to
UCLA.
Yeah.
My dad went to UCLA.
Your brother fucked up the legacy kind of like.
So
I did too. Actually.
I had UCLA. I think I had UCLA, Nevada, Fresno State, and Washington State. Those are all my only offers. And like, I think I had a soft offer from Arizona State and a soft offer from Stanford.
What is a soft offer?
You know what a soft offer
is? A soft offer is like you don't get the mail and the letter, but they're like, we offer you, you know, but it's like you don't get the letter.
The official.
Yeah.
You don't get the officials, like, but they're like, hey, if you want to commit to us, let us know right now.
Stanford was like, add all 5 of these classes and we might give you an offer. I'm like, you guys haven't talked to me since ever. Like,
since ever.
And I'm 3 weeks into my senior year and now you want to offer me?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Get out of here. Beat it.
Nah, so you a legacy, go to UCLA and just dog it at linebacker for
went there,
3-4
redshirted,
years?
got immediately thrown on the redshirt list, didn't even get considered to play.
Immediately?
Like, what do you mean immediately? Like,
it was like
after camp.
It was like you, as far as how many stars you are and where you are on the recruiting list, you are going to be a redshirt. They just told me you're redshirting.
Yeah.
Based on what it was.
Wait, like were
I
they
went-
recruiting you? Like
No.
knowing?
As I got to UCLA, it
Okay.
was just like me and a couple other guys. It was like, you guys are redshirting. You know what I mean?
Like didn't even get you through the camp.
Like you haven't even got on the field yet.
no.
I've never heard this before.
We were like doing like the summer program and stuff like that.
Right.
But it was like, no. Like,
You didn't put pads on. Like no hitting.
You haven't
yet.
played football.
no, we
yet.
haven't played football yet. And they were telling me I'm redshirting already.
Never heard this before.
That's wild. That's wild.
But then like midway through the season, they were like, "Oh, you can kind of play." So like, they gave me a jersey, like because on scout team I was just doing whatever.
You over there wreaking havoc on the offense. Like,
And so then they gave me I remember one time we played Oregon and they decided to travel me that game, and so they gave. And the thing is, we had new UCLA jerseys.
Yeah.
But I had the old one because I was on the redshirt list, and they didn't account for me being playing. So I remember I was the only player that had a different jersey than everybody.
do you have a photo of this,
Bro?
Like,
I
gotta
wish I
find
did.
this.
Hold on.
This
the whole game, the whole crowd was like, "Hey, number 30, you don't even got the same jersey on." I'm like, oh.
and you're at Oregon too.
But
like,
also, I was in fear of them burning my shirt too because I didn't want it's like halfway through the season, and I'm like,
you don't want
I'm not trying to play. We didn't win. We didn't make a bowl game.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So you don't want them putting you in
nerved
the game.
up. Yeah,
you-
because-
I'm still imagining the soft ass powder blue that UCLA
Different
rocks,
material,
and then like
different
this even
everything.
softer ass powder
like different
blue.
pattern and everything.
it was like the old Adidas jerseys, and then we went to the Tech Fit, the super like
Yeah,
tight ones. You know what I mean? And it was like completely different.
UCLA. You should be ashamed of yourself
for ever
for
being
doing
Adidas.
this legacy like
yeah.
this.
It's okay, but it made it put the callus on me.
Like you clearly,
made you tough.
you clearly remember you were the only one
I was
rocking
the
it.
only one, bro.
Like, this will never happen to me
I
ever
remember just
again.
the whole game, me walking up and down the sideline, and it was like people were on me the whole game. It was so bad,
Bro, because if you ever play Oregon, it's literally like if this is your sideline, this is what the fans.
It's a great stadium to play in,
bro. Like they're stacked on top of you, and they rock with.
It's a great stadium.
It's one of the best like college stadiums I think.
agree.
Like it may not have the most capacity, but like the way they're stacked, it's a fire.
They always got a good like
Eugene.
Eugene, Oregon, Oregon. Man, but all right. So then your second year, your redshirt freshman year.
My redshirt freshman year. I remember we had a conversation earlier in the season, and it was like we were right about to go to season, and it was like we had just finished training camp and stuff like that, and our D coordinator was like, "There is no guaranteed positions on this team. Like everyone's fighting for a job except for you." And except for you, and he pointed at the two guys, like you pointed at Tony Dye, and he pointed at a guy who was in front of me in my position, and I was just like, man,
Going
like
into your
what?
second year?
Yeah, it was my second. This is
This
my
is spring
redshirt
ball?
freshman year. No, this is like this season. So he said like the only guaranteed spots were you and then this guy who was the guy who was in front of me.
Yeah.
And I would remember just thinking like, oh, like what?
Yeah.
Like what have I been working my butt off for? Like like all this shit.
Guaranteed.
But
Yeah.
how? How do you guarantee a spot like
He-
that?
Just like they guaranteed he was going to redshirt.
He started
They do
it
shit
off-
different
yeah.
than
Y'all
shit
playing
like
football.
He started it off like there's no guaranteed spots except
right.
like so. And then
At least he kept it a buck because some coaches be like, "There's no guaranteed spots,"
And they already
but
know.
there's 4 or 5 that
Bro.
did not change.
Yeah, so
anytime
like
soon.
I remember like going into that year and being like, I don't have a spot, but then I just was like
Kept working.
and then I started getting worked in with them. So then we started like splitting time a little bit.
So you're playing your freshman year, all special teams. Like if you're not a
special teams?
starter
You're redshirt
and you're a
freshman.
linebacker,
All special teams?
linebacker and running backs that aren't starters, they're on every
Yeah,
special team.
you're-
But
but
you won't get involved.
But I actually started rotating in about half the snaps on defense, or like a little bit less than half the snaps. So,
So
like,
we're really running.
and I
here.
started working in. And I ended up with like almost like 70 tackles that year for sure.
76.
My freshman year.
76.
See, that's crazy. I didn't even know it was that much.
End up starting three of the 14 games.
But I remember I started the last game
So
of the
the
season.
spot kind of got ran.
I was like, the coach low key lied.
The last season, last game of the season, we played SC, and he was hurt, and it was my first career start, and I was like, man, I'm gonna change that. Like, I'm gonna.
Never again did
This
he
is
play
my-
linebacker at UCLA.
I was like, I'm gonna change. This is the USC game. This is our biggest rival. Like, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make my legacy known. Like, Like, I'm gonna do it. I came in there and we
happened?
lost 50-0. We
Nil?
lost 50-0,
Okay,
bro.
wait, freeze.
50 burger?
50-0.
I don't think I've never been Nathaniel. Like
50-0.
burger?
50-0.
Like I've never been Goose Egg
You've
before.
never
I've been
been-
close. I think
Bro,
I've
You never been Eric Nathan?
We lost 50
Eric Nathan.
Nathaniel.
I always
50
say that.
Nathaniel.
Like, when we say nothing, I'd be like,
Nathan.
you ever met a bug named Nathan? Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, nothing.
Well, you
You
know,
boys got 50 to Eric Nathan.
Bro, it was,
50 to nothing.
and I was like, damn. And it was 50-0.
I was like, damn.
I was like, this is not how I drew it up in my mind.
Was Josh Rosen your quarterback?
No, it was,
There you go.
I'm just looking for a little
There
weird.
you go.
it was like,
Here you go.
I'm not even going to say the quarterback.
So there's
No,
a thing
Don't let him talk about
let
your
me just
quarterback. like that.
let me put it aside there, right? The thing in California, right, are the UCs, right? There's a Stanford Cal rivalry, there's USC UCLA rivalry, and within that, like there's like a little bit of bitterness. It's like what the Saints and the and not the Vikings, the Saints and the Panthers are. You know, like
yeah.
there's a little bit of bitterness, but not necessarily. So between Cal and UCLA. Like UCLA wants to be UC school, but we're the first UC school. So like, you know, we're big bro UC and they're little bro UC and they're soft blue
So
and we're
UC
like royal
is-
blue. And then so like the
UC
Bruins
but what
are
is UC like University?
University of California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the Bruins, they be like, oh, the baby bears, because the Bruin, not sure where that started, but everybody said like a Bruin is a baby bear. I don't think that's true, but it is what it is. So they call them the baby bears every time they say Bruin. And you know, Cal is the golden
How
bear.
many times did you beat Stanford in your rivalry?
Twice.
Twice?
I never beat USC though. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever?
I
never beat Stanford ever.
Really?
But Stanford for some reason like
Or did I
it
just
was
have
like
your
a,
number?
it was like a voodoo or something. Like they made the craziest plays.
I never beat Oregon State,
Really? Ooh.
and they were trash. Like they win 3 games a year, and one of them would be against us.
I beat USC 3 times. We beat them 3 times.
so that was it. That was the only loss. You went 50 burger.
That was it. 50-0.
Never again.
And then we beat them all 3.
You gave a
next
Tim
years.
Tebow speech as a redshirt freshman.
What was it?
Nobody will ever work harder. Nobody will ever. It was, it was a fire speech. But I'm not gonna lie. In high school, I saw that and I riled up. But either way,
I don't want to talk about that speech.
That was against you?
It wasn't against us, but they ended up playing
ended
us,
up playing.
and we were beating them, like all the way through, like halfway through the fourth quarter, and he went and like did this crazy like yell speech at the kickoff team, and they came back. So I don't know what he had, but
Happens.
the legend that was
But-
Tim Tebow in college.
but I got my ones back on him, and he was crying. Shout out Tim Tebow, you was a legend.
he cried a lot.
No, but he cried
Like, in
after we
victory
beat them.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Was that the speech where he was like, hey,
No.
nobody
See,
will
the
ever
year
work
he did
harder?
that,
Nobody will
the
ever-
year
and I was
he
like,
did
damn.
that,
I was like,
they won the
winning
national
this-
championship.
Okay.
The year he did that, they won the natty.
Right.
So he was
He could have been a double.
he
Heisman.
was right.
He could have been a double Heisman. He was going crazy.
He went to the Heisman Trophy thing 3 times.
Damn.
He was going crazy. Yeah, I'll say no doubt. In
I
college,
remember watching the show, Hoover, whatever.
yeah.
What was it called?
Alabama.
Two a days. Yeah.
Hoover,
I remember
Alabama.
he played them, and I was like, man, this dude they're going crazy on Hoover.
Every time I went to college, I was like, I went to Hoover High School. They're like, Hoover, Alabama?
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, Hoover,
No,
Fresno.
Hoover,
Yeah,
Fresno.
They was like, I almost did that too, though. When you said Hoover, I was like,
Yeah, see?
So
you
what
said
happened?
Fresno,
What
I was
happened was you and your brother didn't get highly recruited like that because you had the Hoover High School listed and they were going to Alabama looking for the Kendricks.
That's exactly
all
what
that
happened.
they said,
was. You just got skipped.
Simple mistake.
Yeah, super.
So you go in your second year, you kind of rotate in.
My second year, I think I led the pack in tackles.
You mean your red shirt?
No,
sophomore
red
year?
shirt junior.
My
Red shirt-
Yeah. Exactly.
red shirt sophomore
So I
year.
get confused with it.
Yeah, third
yeah.
year. We're gonna
So
third year.
Third year. Yeah, no. So second year, I kind of started working in, the 50 Nathaniel, game.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
your sophomore year, you're right. You started all 14 games, honorable mention, all Pac-12, academic, all conference. That man's smart.
brains.
Hey, middle linebacker, Mike.
Yeah, I played, and the thing was
Controlling the defense.
with that.
Linebacker.
The year before that, I had played Will, and that
Linebacker.
we had a really good linebacker named Patrick Larimore who would have played in the NFL, but he had medically retired because of concussions in college. Another reason why NIL. No, we leave that.
Yeah.
Pay them.
You're getting real life injuries that'll last a lifetime in college, but you're not getting paid for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Anyway,
Shout out to everybody
yeah.
who's making money on it.
Yeah, absolutely. But so he had got hurt in our camp, and so he medically retired in camp. And my coach came up to me and was like, "You're playing Mike," and I was like so uncomfortable with it. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want the responsibilities. Didn't want to do it. And he was like, "This is going to be the best thing for your career." And it was like that. And the first couple of games it was rough, and then after that it was the best thing.
Leader of the defense,
man.
Look at you ever since. That boy was right.
It was right.
Another honorable mention all conference. So rocking.
Another all academic team.
Did you start off at the Pac-10 and then became Pac-12 while you were playing?
No, I think the whole time.
You're freshman. You're freshman, or you probably
know.
Pac-10.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I remember I was in the league and like it became Pac-12. I was like,
I think it was. I think it was for the first year.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for sure it was.
I think it was.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
my redshirt freshman year is when it went to Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
When I actually started playing.
Right.
Remember, let's talk about this senior
It'll
year,
go back
bro.
to the Pac now.
Like,
it'll go back to Pac-10 soon.
I know.
Bro, let's talk about this senior year.
Oh, you're going to the Big Ten. You're not even Pac life no more. Weirdo.
Wait, they're going to the Big
Yeah,
Ten?
UCLA,
I'm
USC.
confused.
UCLA, USC in 2024 are trying to
So
migrate
it's going to be
over.
an SEC and a Big 20?
Yeah, big.
Big,
Well,
big,
the
big,
bigs
big.
don't know how to count. So like, there's 14 schools in the Big 12 and then
there's
13 schools in the Big 10.
Yeah,
It's pro now.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Right?
It's bigs. Yeah, they big.
It's just like football.
Which
What's gonna make the most
I'm
money?
confused. So there's
What's
no
gonna make
Pac
the most
no
money?
more?
No, it's TV deals, man. So when it comes to money, like they want premier TV channels.
I just picture Ohio State coming to the Coliseum. I picture Ohio State going to the Rose Bowl. Michigan coming to the Rose Bowl.
USC's
Michigan
going too?
Yeah, both
It's a package
USC,
deal.
UCLA.
UCLA, USC,
Mm-hmm.
and yep.
They're going to have to travel so far for
So
all their
far.
games.
Both ways though. You know.
Yeah, but
It's gonna be-
either
But
way,
you only have to go
it's
there
different.
twice.
But I mean, we do that now. We do it in the league.
Yes,
right. But league's
everything
different.
else in the Big
we don't
Ten is
have
over
we don't
there.
have 7 classes on Monday.
You're right. That's what I'm saying.
But everything in the Big Ten is in the Midwest for the most part.
I agree. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be very difficult, and it's gonna be cold in some places, really.
Yeah.
Whereas, like
You're guaranteed
it's
snow.
all
LA
cold.
boys.
In the Pac,
LA
you're not-
boys.
you're not-
Michigan State, Ohio State, Iowa, Wisconsin,
in
Penn
the,
State.
in the
like,
Pac-10, you were guaranteed to never play in snow. The Pac-12, your only chance is to play snow in Colorado or Utah.
But I feel like with the opening of the NIL, it's just like it's like solidifying that college football is kind of like
The next level.
it's like a mini pro, right? So
Yeah.
it's like they're gonna open it up for the
It's the
TV
G
deals
League.
and things like absolutely. So
Right.
it's like
All right, so you come back
come back
for a
Senior.
red shirt senior year, so 5th year.
5th year.
and went stew. We call that stew. But all
go crazy.
American.
Right?
And the Butt Kiss Award. You know what we call that? Linebacker.
But second team Pac-12.
Wait, what?
How?
So you got
Make it
voted.
Same story.
So
story.
you got voted the best linebacker in the nation, but also in the pack.
Same.
It's
It's,
world.
You're the
it's,
second
it's the
best.
same story. It's like, you know.
So does the
and
first-
nothing changed.
So
since now.
so whoever
you know?
was first team.
Wait.
Nothing
Do you
changes.
remember who was first team?
No,
No, that's a good thing. Great. You
I remember Shaq Thompson was first team, I believe, and he's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah,
It's nice.
He is.
Nice. And he was holding the rock too.
Hey, Mark, you want to know what's messed up about Shaq Thompson? Brother was Sidquan Thompson, a cold corner for the Cal Bears, who went to the league, and we didn't get his brother. We didn't land his brother.
Cal.
At least we offered him though. We offered
Listen,
him.
listen,
he just went to
listen.
UW.
Listen, this is not good.
You, like, how do you
Thompson
not
was
get
nice,
fans?
too.
Yeah, like,
I
how
didn't
do
know
you?
that was his brother.
Yes,
I didn't even put two together
yes,
right now.
bruh,
They didn't even.
bruh.
Oh, they messed
We fumbled bags.
Cal
You get
Berkeley.
the bag and
I'm
and double
appalled.
it.
I'm appalled.
What did he say? Go get the bag. He was like, fumble the bag.
He said, "You get the bag and fumble it."
Man, you just fumbled
But
the
I'm still appalled again at how the best linebacker in the country is second team in his conference. Lord.
At least you were All American though.
Yeah, it was solid.
That's better. Like, who cares? He was
And
All-American.
but at the time, it came after like the All American and the butt kiss and the lot came after like the Pac-12 honors. So
Pac-12, you guys clearly
I was
don't know what you're
really
doing.
like
You were
in my
pissed.
feelings, like
And then you got the buckets.
Feeling
So you were
super
like,
disrespected.
Always what I've known, Pac-12, you guys don't know what you're doing. The best All-American and the best linebacker in the nation is the second team in your
we
conference.
got guys though.
You guys do.
Can't disrespect them too much.
I'm not
You know what I mean?
disrespecting none of the players.
We got
I'm
guys.
disrespecting the
Okay.
actual conference.
yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna say when 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, I get upset.
Okay.
Buckets award, second team.
Listen, you guys have dogs that came from the pack.
We have
but
dogs.
the conference, I mean, it speaks for itself. What are we doing?
They need more TV money. We don't.
What are we doing?
The pack
When the best linebacker in the country.
The pack is in a West Coast situation.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like when you
The
talk
games
about
are later.
Yeah, and there's so many more teams to like look to. Like guys don't
There's
in
more things to
California,
do.
guys don't be like, oh, it's just USC football. They're like, it's USC football. It's the Anaheim Angels. It's
Lakers.
it's the Dodgers. It's the Clippers. It's the Lakers.
It's the beach.
It's beach vibes. There's so many other things you can do in California. They're like, oh, did you go to the USA game? No, I missed it, but I'll check it out next week. Like, I'm not going to call them casuals, but it's more of a scene to be seen at rather than if you go to the Midwest, you're like, oh yeah, you a Buckeye? I've been a Buckeye since I was 2 years old. I can't wait to go. Like my only
Everybody's
dream is to
going.
play for Ohio
I'm going
State.
to pull a Bernie Mac here.
LeBron-
Listen here, America. I hear a lot, but it's not adding up. The man was an All-American and the best linebacker in the country. But in your conference, he's not the best. It's not adding up to me.
It's not adding up.
I understand the beach and the fashion show and all that, but it's not adding up.
It's a lot going on in Cali. It's a lot going on in the West
It's
Coast.
all good because my
That's why they call
dog
it-
here was the
It's all
all-time
good.
was the all-time tackler
Best
in
Coast.
UCLA history.
Best Coast.
481 tackles.
Best
And
Coast.
started 42 of them things.
I remember getting the brochure. We used to
All-time tackler.
you know the brochures they used to put in your locker? Do you guys
Yeah.
get those before
Yeah.
the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember just opening it up
Like
and
little
being like,
programs.
and I would just be like, who's the leader in the tackles? Like, who's the leader in this? And I remember being like, I want to be the tackle leader. That's,
And so like,
You-
when
so
did
you
know
set
were
your- you
closing
set your
the
I
gap?
knew
aspirations.
I knew I was close, like probably like halfway through my senior year. I was like, oh, I can kind of do this.
Like when you noticed, like how many tackles did you need and how many games did you have left? Do you even remember?
So I remember the last game of the season we played against Stanford, and Christian McCaffrey was a running back, and it was his rookie year, and he was catching passes out of the backfield and stuff like that. And we never beat Stanford and stuff like that. But I had to get like 8 tackles. I think I had to get a.
So you had to go get it.
I had to go get it.
Yeah.
I had a day's work ahead of me, and I got it. Like, and I remember
How many
Locked up.
tackles?
I don't know.
Linebacker. Enough.
I don't know enough. The record.
Enough.
That was crazy.
Before we hit this phenomenal, amazing, impressive, all Pro Bowl career that you've had up to this point, let's have a little brief intermission. Have a swig of water. Get ready. This is gonna be on you. This is what we call
Yeah.
a 2-minute drill.
It's 2
This
minutes.
2 minutes of quick first answers. Whatever comes to your head, put it out there.
Okay.
If I say steak or chicken, you'd say.
Steak.
Huh.
All right, cool. So he's ready. I'm ready. I'm not ready. I've lost this thing. I haven't lost this thing. Perfect.
You say Saints or Vikings? I say Vikings.
Oh, you almost said Saints. I heard it.
Yeah,
in
you
there.
heard- he said-
Yeah, I heard this. But then you also thought about the refs that helped you, and you were like, yeah, Vikings. Okay, cool. We're gonna get there.
It's all good. We're on the trust levels. Let's just do this. Okay, you ready? 1, 2,
Ready.
out.
Grass or turf?
Grass.
Stadium or dome?
Stadiums. They got a kind of a feel.
Favorite jersey combo all time?
Is ours going on? Ours counts as a stadium. I feel like it's a dome, but it's not. But it's a stadium. Anyway, it's indoor and outdoor. Pause it. Sorry, it's indoor and outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
So I count it as a stadium.
But it's
'Cause it's
primarily a
outdoor
dome.
feel.
But the moment it gets cold, y'all
It's
close that
different.
thing.
Does it have turf? It has
different.
turf, right?
Listen, yours is a dome.
Right?
Ours is a
Convertible?
metropolis to like.
You
I'm a
can't
chop.
pause
Ours
a
is like a
2-minute drill. Like,
ours
you
is a
can't
football
just, like-
metropolis.
This is the first time we've ever
Like,
had
you
a
can't
No, I
pause a
pause
2-minute
it.
drill.
I pause it. Ours is a football
So time
metropolis.
out.
Anyway, all right, let's go back. Let's restart it. All right,
It's 18 seconds. Like,
Hey, swim move or spin move?
spin move.
Cover wide receiver,
Actually,
cover tight end.
swim move. Tight end.
Spades or Uno?
Uno.
Who's your GOAT linebacker?
Patrick Lamar.
Who's your GOAT running back?
Patrick Willis. I mean,
Oh,
Patrick,
there we go.
yeah.
Who's your GOAT running back?
my GOAT running back. Clinton Portis.
Who's your GOAT QB?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Strongest arm in the league. Greatest of all time. What strongest arm in the league?
It's my favorite. I don't care. Huh?
55 seconds.
Strongest arm in the league. What's the name?
1 minute.
Mahomes.
We're not
What
being
current
efficient.
young defensive player would you start your defense with?
We're not gonna make it.
I don't know. I don't know anybody's name.
Who's faster, you or Mike?
Mike.
Fastest player in the league.
Tyreek.
Cool Ranch or nacho cheese Doritos?
Cool Ranch.
What was your 40 time?
4.6. Official. Non-official though.
Max bench press
My ever
ever.
like 340, like a couple times, 6 times probably.
That's not a max.
We didn't do one rep maxes.
That's a work set.
This is why it's taking longer than 2 minutes.
It's not my fault.
No,
we can do another minute. It's okay.
45.
I stopped it.
Seconds.
Hey, favorite sack.
Favorite sack.
150.
This one, Ben Roethlisberger last year.
Most memorable tackle.
Eddie Lacy on the sideline. I got him slipping.
Favorite teammate.
2 minutes.
Favorite teammate. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna go with Jayon Brown.
I'm telling you.
It's an outlier.
Favorite TV show.
Injury timeout.
Favorite TV show is Robin Big.
Your most famous friend.
Most famous friend.
Super Bowl. On commercial break. 220.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Best
Cam
football
Jordan.
movie. Best football movie.
What's the one with in the prison?
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard. Best rapper alive.
Best rapper alive? Lil Wayne.
240.
First celebrity crush.
Good answer.
The first one.
First one?
First one. You saw.
245.
Cassie.
That's a good one. That's rare. Let's go scoop and
Kind of
score
awkward,
or
though.
pick six.
Pick 6.
Review from New York.
Favorite NFL stadium.
Besides ours, ours is like cheating. I like Lambeau, man. Lambeau's a lot of history.
Least favorite NFL stadium. Lambeau
Saints.
in the winter.
Yeah, clearly you play defense. You don't know.
The Little Caesars Dome.
You don't care about
Big Caesars.
You don't care about.
Would you rather be hot or cold? You clearly playing Vikings. You don't care.
Hot or cold? Cold.
Best trash talker in the league.
Philip Lindsay.
Philip Lindsay?
That boy be talking.
Hey, favorite NFL jersey, not yours.
Favorite NFL jersey? Not mine. I got your jersey, bro.
My dog.
I got
say
and
Mike's.
I got. Oh, what do you mean? I got Marvin Jones jersey too. My brother's jersey. I mean,
That was 4 minutes. So I mean, I guess
It's a 4-minute drill.
Yeah, 4 minutes. Drill.
Yeah, it's like you know
Linebacker.
you hear
gotta
4
make
minutes.
tackles.
4 minutes. Like you hear it on sidelines. Hey,
There's no rules.
favorite
38,
jersey
but
was.
yeah, 4 minutes.
But
drill.
you
But
mix.
Phil's my
you
boy.
mix-
Philip
hey.
Lindsay, that's my boy.
Really?
He be popping off
Bro,
like that.
He talks so much, bro.
Really? Bro, we
But some-
played him, and I felt bad for him. The last time we played him, they had no quarterback. It was
Yeah.
COVID. Bro,
I
he was
liked it, though.
quarterback.
I like that shit.
He was quarterback. They hired somebody from Safeway or Publix.
You know what's-
he literally was playing. He was at Publix like bagging groceries the week before, and they like.
No, wasn't he a scout team receiver? And then
And then
Oh,
they
yeah,
cut him.
I
and
did see that.
They
I did
cut
see
him, and
that.
he was like at a grocery store, like bagging groceries, and then came in and played quarterback within the week. And I felt bad, bro. I sacked him, and it was the only quarterback or only offensive player I've ever felt bad about hitting. And I was like, I smacked him, and I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Your team did this to you.
Sometimes people come to me in the offseason, they're like, man, you talk shit when you play. And I'm like, really? I just feel like I black out sometimes. I really don't feel like I do that much. But sometimes I guess you get in that. See?
when I played you,
Cool.
but I don't talk a lot.
You be
to
wait,
you, so.
But you're also the kind of person that is like, you're happy go lucky when you play.
Like happy go.
Like you're just like happy to be out there. Like you just like
that is angry little man.
huh?
What's
up with the little man?
my
shit?
bad. That is an angry
Well, at least
man.
when I play, every time I played against you,
Bro.
maybe it's because we knew each other.
Hey.
Maybe that's what.
It's a respect thing,
Yeah.
I think, though, because like,
Every time I tackled you, it was like, oh, what's up?
yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
Hey, when I tell you
Because I don't
angry,
want to provoke
bro.
like
yeah.
this linebacker to come like hit me crazy. Like,
Well,
I
maybe
just want to be. I want you to be kind, but I just want to run.
so angry from my from my perspective.
Why'd
Like,
you call me little man though?
because you be going after D lineman, bro, and you'll literally just be in his chest, like you go after whoever and whenever.
Well, he started with me.
But that's why I said
Anybody
look,
can
because
get
you're going up somebody that's clearly bigger than you, outweighs you by
I'll kick in
150
your
pounds.
kneecaps and bring you down to this height. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Don't try me like this. Like, I just look like this.
Like Mark would be gun ho, like he's like
I will.
and there's some choice words that
They
he'll
be
use.
talking crazy sometimes. I'll hit you with a bottle, bro. I'm just playing with you, bro. Like, you way out of my, like, you way too
And
heavy
so,
and
bro,
too
I'm on the
tall.
sideline. I'm like, my dog upset. He come up, bro really tried me. He doesn't know. Nah, like, I'm about that. Yeah, I know.
I love that.
Bro,
We get to act a fool out there. Like
But
it's
I'm
great.
saying, like, why you bothering me? Like, I'm just got a first down.
yeah, like,
And I flexed. So now you're angry.
hey, what's the craziest trash talking line you've heard from a defensive player, offensive player? It doesn't matter. Like, I remember vividly. There's one line I'll always remember. Carl Nicks, who played with the Saints, got picked up by Tampa, or not picked up, got paid by Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Big Brinks truck, paid.
Big.
He was going against this defensive end, or he wasn't going against this defensive end. I was the one flexing inside, having to go against Carl Nicks. This defensive end on the opposite side was like, "Hey, you're nothing but a fat, slovenly," and I'm like, "Yo." Chill.
Don't start.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Carl Nicks is like 300. Like, I don't know if he had like a real additive to that. It was like 360 plus, 350 plus. Like, we used to see Carl get on the scale.
What they call? He had a
And tip.
nickname, like, but
Big pancake or whatever. It was like he had a stack of pancakes on his bicep. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
he's solid though.
it was like he was built like a Tongan. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, but he's black. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever. so they're in there and he's talking crazy to him. Carl Nicks just, "Man, I pay more in taxes this year than you ever make in your whole life." And I got crushed for him. I said, "Hey, fam." Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard some disrespectful shit. But like, I pay more in taxes, fam? Like, and in your whole life? Like,
I remember my first check in the NFL. I was excited,
Yeah.
Opened it up.
Who was Fika?
Hey,
Why
let
he
me-
got all my money?
Hey, let me see. No, it was a group of veterans. It was like Kyle Rudolph, Chad Greenway, Captain Munderland, Adrian Peterson, and it was a whole group of them on the table. And they were like, "Let me see your check." And they took my check and they started passing it around. And they were just like, "Look at this!" And they were just like,
Remember these days?
Yeah, like, like I was just like, "Damn!" Like,
you're shitting on
Well,
my-
can I
felt
see
great
yours
about
then?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. At least we're gonna pass the checks around. Let me see.
Not the
yours.
first check, like the signing bonus
No,
check?
my
Or you
first, no,
talking
my
like
first,
active?
my first active like game check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, they chuckled.
It wasn't the signing bonus. It was the active one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
was
first
hurtful.
year, that league
Well,
minimum.
yeah,
your league
yeah.
minimum was like 460 something, 440 something. Ours was 3 something. You know what I'm saying?
It's,
Like,
I mean, we want.
yeah, it's
Listen,
like-
we
well,
can't
it's like
complain.
600 this
We
year.
can't complain about the youngins.
It's lovely. It's a part of the
It's
game.
great. The people pay dues for us to be where we are today.
Bro,
Making the
my
money we're making.
My daddy's first salary, like first year salary, was $32,500.
I had such good conversations with your pops this offseason.
Bruh.
Bro, it was. We talked about all that stuff.
Pops almost stopped playing football because he was making just as
He
much.
was working. Yeah, he was working on the
He was
side.
working in the off season as
Legitimate,
an engineer,
yeah.
and was like, "I don't know if I want to play this shit." So we've come a long way.
We have.
You know what I'm saying? But
No
hey,
401ks.
why the old OGs like always laugh at a kid's check? Like, bro, like I'm 100,000, like hundreds
I
of
wouldn't
thousands.
do that
there.
though.
Like,
Like I don't. That's not.
I'll never forget it.
I always hit them like, they're like, "Bro, like look at my check." I'm like, "Bro, that's respectable. You can do a lot with that." And they're like, "Well, how much you make?" I don't know if you
Don't
wanna look
worry
at mine.
about
Like,
that.
yo, like I don't know if I'm willing to show you, but I don't know if you want to. Like, they're like, "Damn, don't damn it." Like in due time, your first contract, you're not gonna get bread like
See,
that.
you got good perspective on it.
It's no point. Like you be like, if you look at apples,
It's hard for them, it's hard for the youngins like when they get their checks to like try to compete with the older guys in the locker room who've been
Facts.
kind of doing it.
But even then,
you shouldn't
you
be
go-
competing like.
no,
bro, like-
I'm not saying, but
No,
it's
not
like
compete. It's more like I didn't know you could make that many zeros.
Yeah.
it,
right.
it's like a ignorance till you really know how much.
Right,
it's
until
like-
you know how
till
much.
really
You
know.
like, I'm not gonna lie. You be like, you see, 26 grand or whatever we clear, like 26
Yeah.
grand that first check. You're like, I
Yes.
made it. Like,
Then you see Drew Brees'
I'm
check.
gonna buy my mom a house. I'm gonna buy, but like, you're not even registering. Like, my life has changed.
But you don't even have a couch in your apartment.
Bro, like you're like, like I'm buying a Ferrari, a vet. You're like 26 grand don't get you that much, but you're like, I got all these plans. I got all these plans.
And
But everybody is in your locker room is shining. Everybody got the jewelry. Everybody got
and you like,
everybody got the Balenciaga.
you're like, well, I'm gonna go buy a Rolly, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, Rolly is like 30K. All right, never mind. But like, it humbles you. But you go see like, your big dog or whatever. You be like, hey man, one day you get one of these, and you see hella zeros behind that thing. You're like, bro, you make that a game?
Like you can get this. Like
I'm not making that this
You're
whole
gonna
year.
get this next week and next week and the next week.
It's dizzying. Like you remember, like the first time you ever peeked at a Drew Brees. And he was like, like he
I
slipped
seen
up
his
and left it
John
on
was
there.
2
like
M's.
Drew was never like Drew
The
will never show
game
you.
check.
And you
I
like-
said, Lord,
Quarterbacks-
Jesus, it's a far.
Bruh. And that was like 10, 11 years ago. But you
Man.
you look. I said.
I said,
Hey, I remember,
quarterbacks is different.
Hey, bro, I remember like calling my mom.
dog, this
like,
was the game check.
I was like, Mom. I said, Mom, money is different. And she's like, what?
I said, why
Money
you
is different.
I should have been
And she's like, what's that
throwing
mean?
the
She's
ball
like-
or something.
I was like, Mom, why didn't you make me a quarterback? They get so much money.
Well, you got the next best thing.
I mean, pass rushers are.
Pass rushers are nice.
You know
Yeah,
what
well,
I'm
I'm not trying to hear you complain about. Yeah,
God is good.
yeah. I'm not trying to hear you.
So, anyways,
It's not about you.
Yeah, not here nor there. Hey,
Neither here nor there.
So your rookie year, like your traditions in the locker room, what do you have to do? Like, do you have to like pick up all the laundry? Do you have to put out all the towels?
So we
carry pads,
buy
dinner.
You grab towels from the showers. You place it on each of the you grab as many as you can and you throw on a couple of vets. Maybe you get the linebackers first, but there's a couple of vets. You have a couple extra towels. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You take care of who's in your area. That's what a good rookie does.
Of course,
Absolutely.
Not just your position, like the area.
If you can get the area, get the area. Why not?
In meetings, you got to bring snacks.
It makes your life a lot easier.
Meetings bring snacks. We like the wet wipes. You know what I mean? You got to provide.
You gotta have the wet wipes.
No, wait,
Mando.
Wait.
You don't want to use that hard toilet
booty.
tissue, like
dirty booty.
and scratching your booty too.
I said the meeting room. I was like, why do you have wet wipes in the meeting room? Wet wipes in the. You heard me.
Dirty booty, scratchy booty, all that. We're gonna be pat.
Yeah. So we get the wet wipes, and then for the away games, you get everyone food.
Better had the wet wipes, bro.
That's why I was thrown off. I was like, yo, so what kind of?
Bro, yeah, you take that Duke, man. You gotta have them wet wipes.
Mando.
Make sure you clean.
Mando.
Yeah. Make sure you ain't scratching that booty up.
Absolutely. We had to get food like on the away games and stuff like that too.
Yeah, for the plane.
For the plane food.
Like
absolutely every away for the linebackers, whoever you put in the order, get it.
So it's positional.
Mm-hmm. So
what if you don't have a drafted person or like a rookie that year?
Sometimes like if it's like if it was me or like we had AB and stuff like that who we were on our bigger deals, we would like slip them our card.
No, I'm saying like what if you don't have a drafted linebacker?
No, yeah. So we would still make them do it, but like maybe every, the younger people.
Like so, second year.
Like we've had rookies every single year.
There will be
there's been a year where we didn't have a rookie.
Like, okay.
And so like I was like, yo,
but I would probably go to another position.
Yeah, I borrowed the linebacker's rookie.
Yeah,
he was like, that's not my job. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just like you're already picking food up. We'll give you the money. Like we just need you to
not my job.
Not my job.
You're not my dad.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a terrible rookie?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just
but
had
that's
one
the
for
worst,
the first time.
bro.
It's terrible.
I had one for the first time last year. Peyton Turner.
This is my thing. It's gonna all come back around. Like
first round.
Listen,
pick.
Everyone has to do it. Every single rookie has had to do it. You know what I mean? So
it's like a phenomenal pro. Peyton Turner was the worst rookie I've ever had.
Listen, just do it.
In terms of just like duty, like bro, why would you just do it? It makes your life harder.
Especially if you're drafted at a reasonable, round, and it's like it's not just like
nobody's actually do nothing crazy.
Bro, my first round of last year was the worst rookie I've ever had. Like
that's the worst because I think like everyone's against them. It's like, oh no,
you're just trying to be tough on me, okay,
bro. Just do it.
Like I get it.
You're not. You're not. It's like it's not like that. Just do it, like
bro. Everyone that had come before you in this locker room has had to do.
Everyone did it.
So why are you the exception?
Bro. You're not better than everybody else.
And like hiding.
You're
just gonna make your life harder. Now
we're really giving you
throw stuff in a coat.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm hazing and I'm a bad person. Like, bro, just do your job.
You go
again, bring it back to it. Do your job.
Yeah, you got to practice. Your pads are soaking wet now.
You end up giving them more crap when it's like.
Even if now I'm the bad guy for real.
I'm like now I look like the asshole. Like, and you're being an asshole to me.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not saying like I'm not gonna have you running extra miles. I'm not gonna have you like going out your way, bro. But like. If it's Tuesday, bring breakfast.
Can you give Like
if it's Tuesday,
can you bring us some Chipotle?
Bro, one of the workies.
I'm literally telling you, you don't have to go get it anymore. Uber Eats it.
And sometimes I'll just go and like be like, hey, I'm gonna run Chipotle. You guys want anything?
Facts.
And I'll get it.
Ain't no problem.
It's nothing like.
But if I ask you
we
to
take care of each other. That's what it's.
But we're not asking you to do nothing that's unreasonable.
Like,
no,
I'm teaching you how to be a family member.
Thank you.
In the locker room, it should be a family member.
Everyone 100%. Has had to do it.
Hey, future anybody who's like gonna be in that position. Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Like even like, and it's not like people are taxing like, hey, we're going to do a defense dinner. It's on the rookies, and they're like, how dare you, bro? First of all, on our defense, we all go to dinner, and I eat the first one. Like everybody gets a rotated turn. So do we go harder on the rookies? Yes, but also everybody has it. It's nothing out of line.
I did it.
Right.
You did it.
And they taxed me.
They taxed you.
They taxed me.
They taxed me too.
They taxed me for like a quarter.
But it was nothing though. It was just I just did it.
Bringing food to the plane, carrying the pads, bringing the towels. That's not hard. Like
just do it. It's just like the more you do it.
Now they fill your car with the little peanut foam things. Like you roll it on your car, it comes out the window,
and you're labeled a bad teammate.
And it's like and then now everyone you're a bad rookie. You don't want to be like now everyone's really giving you shit because
I hope
you didn't do the easy things.
Yeah, and if you're not good, nobody really likes you. you.
I will say you can't be a bad rookie and be a bad player.
You gotta be balling.
it
You
can't
better be
be-
balling. You better be absolutely.
Okay.
You better be starting and like making plays.
You
like,
better be helping the team.
Wait, well, so so you go 45th overall. Mike, your
Wait,
brother
40
went 44th, 46th.
46, I think.
And you guys were one pick apart, which is
That's
crazy.
wild.
Linebacker.
Pedigree.
Second, hey, brother,
Big
second
pedigree.
round linebacker. I'm a second round linebacker.
Which means they get to go back to the table fast.
Faster. It's only a 4-year deal. First round is a 4-year deal,
With
but
the
you have a
team-
5th-year
the
option.
team has
the
the
team
option.
option, not player option. Which
have
is
those
which
in
is huge.
football.
You go
This isn't
45th overall,
basketball.
so you're really like the 12th pick of the second round, 13th pick of the second round, whatever that equates to. But then you go your rookie year, and it ain't no red shirt no more. Ain't no hey designated red shirt. It's hey second round. We vested in you know. Hey, we didn't just give you some money. We gave you a lot of money. Come play for us. You lead the team in tackles rookie year. 105 of them things.
Linebacker.
What was the transition from UCLA to the Minnesota Vikings, other than you went from sunshine and a beach to 1,000 lakes and snow?
I would say the transition was football was a new challenge to me. It was so much fun. Like when my rookie year, I remember it just being like, this is so much fun. Like, but the hard part was where I came from in college, my coach would literally like we would go over the game plan. I would have my responsibilities. My coach would come up to me before the game and he would be like, "Hey, all that stuff we went over, just get to the ball." He would be
I
like,
like that though.
He would be like, "I don't care about any of it. Just get to the ball."
Your pro coach?
My coach in college,
Oh, okay.
he would say, "I don't give a fuck about any of it."
I like that though.
Get to
I like
the ball.
it though. Go play ball.
You know what time it is.
And I would be
Play
like,
ball.
"Yeah." So then when I got to the pros, it was like, "No, you need to do your job and you better be in your gap." And it was like, "You better know this play." So it was like way more discipline. And I wasn't really like,
you got
there's parts of my
got
game.
used to freedom.
Parts of my game, obviously it's really good to be disciplined. I'm a very disciplined player. I
have
play
to be
within
able
my
to play,
scheme.
though.
But there's times where it's like,
have to go
I
make
need to
the play.
chase you down this way and I don't need to go in the A gap. I
Yeah.
need to go right outside right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, it was a little bit of adjustment of me kind of like playing with freedom, but also like getting yelled at and not,
Yeah.
like.
You want to be a player that's coachable and work within the system, but you don't want to be a robot.
No doubt.
You want to do the things that got you drafted to play that position. You know
Because
what
if I do everything they tell me to do, and if I'm in my gap every single time, and I do exactly to my job, like I'm not going to be the player that I'm in,
Right.
that I'm playing, that I'm
Right.
doing right now.
you have to know the system, the ins and outs of the system, but when you go make the play,
You got to play.
Hey,
You got
you-
to. I got to be Eric Kendricks.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
make the
Hey,
play.
and what's
Straight up.
dope as hell is his roommate, one of his best friends, Anthony Barr, played at UCLA. So they were linebackers together. Of course, AB goes first round the previous year to the Vikings. So he's going to a defense that he already knows he got somebody he can trust.
Yeah.
Hey, on
play
that
That was a game changer because as far as Anthony's rookie year, he told me he wasn't really like, he was kind of quiet in the meeting rooms. He was a typical rookie, like, very understated, this and that. Like he played really well. But for me to enter the same linebacker room as him with some comfortability and like familiarity, it was like, I was already like kind of like talking and stuff and like being outgoing because I knew AB really well.
Yeah,
and we were
yeah,
playing
right.
next to each other.
Yeah.
So I already had a little bit more, I was way more comfortable initially. And I don't know if they like that as much right away because, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. But it was fun, man.
I know that was good for you.
It was great for me. Like,
Confidence booster.
and he was able to tell me the ins and outs on the
Yeah.
low. Like, hey, you're doing this right now. And plus we already had that chemistry.
Yeah.
And it was just,
That's
it was
dope.
like,
who you gonna trust? Like it's your
it was
brother.
great. It was great.
We're like
No.
we're good.
we were
Y'all
roommates.
lined up
We were
next to
literally
each other.
roommates in college. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We played next to each other in college. We already did that. So it was dope.
Yeah, that's lit. That's big lit.
Yeah, crazy.
That's big
After
lit.
his rookie year, of course, second linebacker in Vikings franchise history to ever have over 100 tackles. Second rookie linebacker to ever have 5 or 6 sacks your rookie year. I mean, just going in on this. I mean, so
All
you're-
rookie team.
man, look, there's
Linebacker.
hey,
Was pure bred.
man. The second year in the league comes in, tears it in, goes for another 100 bag, but this time not just like 105 like his rookie year, adds another
Well
21 into
into
that,
120s.
126.
You guys are telling me stuff I don't even know.
Yeah, because
Keep
you
going.
Boy,
here.
but
I'm
you
just
ain't tell
stacking
him.
them.
You ain't tell him.
I'm just stacking them.
Yes,
going to go
sir.
get it.
To
But I
Stacking
bet you ain't know this. 49 tackles in the final 4 games.
Really?
That's tackling.
Peaking.
No, you know what they call that?
When it's required the most, that's when I was at the highest.
You know what they call that?
What? linebacker.
Now you're gonna have me in there like, boy, you know what you are.
Yes, sir. Second Vikings and first linebacker in team history recorded at least 10 TFL and 10 pass defended in the same season. Score his first career TD, returning interception 77 yards. I know you was tired.
Exhausted.
Did you score?
I did.
You remember? You remember the play?
It was, I remember the play. Everson came off the edge. It was a play action.
Everson Griffin.
He was Everson
Defensive
Griffin
end from Arizona.
Yeah,
Shout
baller. He got in Mariota's face, and I knew that there was a receiver that was very shallow, or a tight end that was kind of coming off the boot. And I just was like, I knew that he was gonna get rid of the ball, and I just sprinted up to it. Tugs.
What you thought when you got that? Like what you was thinking?
I was just thinking getting my knees up. Like,
Stride,
get my knees up, get my knees up, get my knees up, get my knees up. And it was crazy because I had pulled my hamstring in that preseason. I'm in camp, so I hadn't played any of the preseason games, and I was worried about being out of shape and all that other stuff. But I'm just built for that.
Built for that. Hey, but no, like what you did when you scored though, you did a touchdown dash, you spiked it.
I did the LT, the finger roll, but I kind of was stiff with it. He talked about it later, but that's what my favorite running back. One of my favorite running backs was LT for sure.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking when you asked me who the best running back was, it was Clinton Portis or LT.
Yeah. Clinton Portis was a good one though.
Yeah. He had a couple years where he was one of my favorites. Yeah. Brian Westbrook was up there with me too.
I love Brian Westbrook.
Yeah. Brian Westbrook. I mean, I was really into running backs.
He was a well-rounded, complete running back.
Catch the ball.
I know. That's how I know that you was a running back. Yes, Brian
and then
Westbrook.
Clinton Portis, of course, Washington. What are they called now? They're not allowed to call them
the Commanders.
The Commanders. They've had 3 names now.
The football team, the Commanders. Yeah. I'm confused.
But LT was the little the dark visor, powder blues on. So I was like, I just knew already what I was gonna do.
That was lit. Okay.
Right. At least you had a plan and you executed.
Had a plan.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you talk bad about how you do it right, you knew what you was gonna do.
I knew I was doing
I'm
it.
Hit that. Look, hey, you did nothing after that but improve the next year, going to 136 tackles, going crazy.
What we call this?
Just a whole nother level.
Boy, keep going.
I'm just trying to stack them, bro.
Led the team with 136 of them things. That boy pushing 150s now.
Man, just going completely ape shit. Ape shit. Yeah, mind if I wild out real quick?
And you know that like they don't really give you like sometimes you feel like you have this many tackles and they kind of give you
facts, bro.
It's like you're like, bro, I at least had 12, and it's like they give you 7 or 6. You're like, how?
I'm like, I was clearly in on 15 tackles.
But there's also some games where you're like, bro, I only had 3, and they give you 6. You're like,
There's some games and there's some players like I remember. I seen
Luke Kuechly, bro. All he have to do is be around the tackle. He was getting that thing.
You gotta stack them to get to that level.
Yeah.
You gotta have your name in the conversation for a minute to be on that respect
level.
There
was one game against us, bro. He had 23 tackles, and I was like, ain't no way.
But maybe he was getting a couple back. He was getting a couple back at the end of his career from what they left.
He knew every play. I went to the sideline. I said, "Stop calling it." He knows.
He knows.
I don't know what y'all did. But he knows. I heard him. They're running press 32 duo. I'm like, he knows.
He knows the call.
He's not even using their language. He's using ours.
Our terminology.
He called our play.
He told me to tie my shoe.
Bro. Yeah, he was different for sure.
Bruh, so this leads up to it, bro. Heading to the 4th year, you go at this point. I just want to know, what was the hit or tackle or play that you were like, damn, I can really strive in this league. And it could be first year, it could be second year. Like you get drafted, but somewhere in there you make a hit or you make a play, and anyone or for Mark, you break a run. They be like, bro, I can do this, and not only can I do this at a good level, I can do this at a high level.
My rookie year, I think it was my first 4 games. I didn't start. I kind of came off I played only nickel. I didn't play base. Mm-hmm. And the 4th game of the year, we played the Chiefs, and that was my first start. And then my second start was versus the Bears. And in the second quarter, I broke my ribs, and it was like clicking around. And I was just like, Harry, I think my ribs are broken. And he was like, we need you, bro.
Here's your coach.
Harrison Smith.
Oh, yeah,
there it goes.
yeah, yeah.
Harris
Safety.
Smith. Yeah, he was like, "We need you, bro." And I was like, "All right." Went in for halftime, and then I thugged it out the rest of the game. And
With broken
and I had 10 piece probably. I don't even know. Well, but I played well. But it was like playing through the injury, obviously playing through the pain, and also we're playing in Chicago. You know, you playing in heavy grass.
Yeah,
it's a physical game,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm built for that. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I can do it.
I'm like that.
Yeah, I'm built for this league, you know, for real. And I was like, I missed a couple games after that for my ribs because it caught up to me.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was a good feeling to be riding out there.
Gee.
like what's a welcome to the NFL moment where like a back might have like maybe got the best of you, like or like a pass pro, or like you like ran up on the lineman and they pulled up on you, like.
I remember it was, there was a couple welcome to the NFL moments. We play Aaron Rodgers twice a year, so it was just seeing him kind of work. I remember Matt Forte trucked me my rookie year.
Jets Matt or Chicago Bears Matt? Those Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
Matt.
Okay.
Forte.
Chicago Matt, dog.
Ooh, a dog. Respect Matt
Yeah.
Forte and what he did for the game. That deuce, he rocked it proper for
He
sure.
did. Clean, but
Did you get him back? You know, I'm petty.
I'm
so
always gonna get mine, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like,
you can get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got.
That's what it's about.
Shout
Yeah,
out
for real.
Kyle Bears.
You know what I'm saying? Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. I might get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I
Facts.
get got.
Look,
though.
Oh, but there was a time we were playing Detroit, and I was having like a great game. I think I had 2 sacks already, a bunch of tackles, and it was like the last drive of the game, like one of the last drives of the game, and I bust a play, like leave my guy wide open, and he catches the ball and runs down the sideline, and it's a big play, and I get back in, and I'm getting yelled at, get back in. And then I bust a play again 2 times in a row, and he's running 30 more yards down the other side of the field. And then it was like they pulled me out of the game, and it was like I was having like one of the best games of my like football career.
Yeah,
and it was like I lost it in this one drive.
There was one lapse,
2-3 plays in a row, and it was like they pulled me out for a quick second, you know. And it was just like we won the game, thankfully, but it was just like, oh,
that's like when you realize like you can't have no lapses.
You can't be like. You can't settle on what game you have, and it's like you literally have to go next play. Like
Next play.
I could do something even more incredible. I could do something, you know, I can help my team win.
You
even more.
didn't snap.
Good play
And
or
also
bad
the
play.
coaches trusted you enough to put you back in the game.
No, I mean that was like the last drive of the game. And I busted like twice in a row, 3 times in a row, or something like that.
Lord,
It's hilarious. Looking back at it, it's hilarious.
Looking back,
It was not that funny in the moment. It was
hard in your stomach.
I think it just was a reminder of like
you
it's
learn
humbling.
Yeah.
It was like I needed that. It was
But
welcome
people
to
don't
the NFL.
understand like
You have to be locked in.
the successes and the failures make you who you are now. Like you know now, like, and I can't have no mental lapses in judgment where I bust 2 plays in the final drive of the game.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
No matter how good of a game I'm having, like I can have the best game in the world.
You
Like
can have-
if it's crunch time, you know, I gotta do my job.
Even
you know,
more.
straight up.
Even more.
But the Saints Vikings have had some devastating help if you look at it from the referees, or some devastating destruction. Either way, referees have not played a good play. So the Minnesota Miracle referees came in and got us. Like, you know,
You played. You were out there. Oh,
yeah, at the last play of the game, like game's over. Referee comes to the locker room like, we still need a field. No, you don't. The game is over. We can't win this. Like, we can't even run this back for a 2-point. We won't win. He was like, no, you got to come back out here.
There's no need for this. We can just
You just look at
continue
it
on.
like you're looking at him like, bro.
Continue on with the segments.
So it's one of the few times. Like I think that's when I started hating referees. And they didn't even do nothing but do his job that time. He did his job. He came and was like, hey, you got to do this.
Did his job.
Yeah, but that next game he did not do his job. Anyways, they didn't do their job for the Rams situation too. There's a lot.
We should just keep talking about this.
That's going to open up a can of. Is it hot? Somebody gonna get cursed out.
Make it
soon.
hot.
So either way, we go back to 20.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Those
2019.
are some of the darkest years of my life.
Wait, so after your 3rd year, you got a new contract?
yes,
Signed a 5-year
Damn.
piece.
3 years.
After the damn.
He's second round. You get bagged up after the 3rd year because he's
That's what happens when
balling.
you go for 100 tackles plus for every damn year.
136.
Fucking 4, 5 years, shit, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I was actually thinking about it the other day. I was talking to somebody. I was like, I think it's been like 12 years in a row, essentially, where I've had over, a certain amount of tackles. Yeah.
Right.
That's a lot. Like, even going back to college,
You know what
like,
you call
that's
that?
physical.
Why, bro?
That's physical. Like,
Hey, roll the
that's like-
shoulders back.
That's physical. Like,
Set the
yeah.
scalps.
Anyway,
Combat sport.
that's like,
That's respect, bro.
that's different.
Tackling, linebacker.
No,
Yeah.
gets
Damn.
paid, plays another year. You know what I'm saying? Picks off Russell Wilson in the end zone. Ooh, in the end zone, save a touchdown.
We go 2016, 126 tackles, 20. I mean, no, we passed that. We going 130 tackles, AP first team All Pro, Pro Bowl, Vikings defensive MVP.
The AP All Pro for some reason.
No,
holds-
I'm not gonna read the
Which
bottom
one?
line.
Which one do you hold more weight on? All Pro or Pro Bowl?
I think All Pro.
I think Pro Bowl, because at least the players and coaches vote on Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
Associated Press, AP,
but
is
I
writers.
feel like All Pro has more weight for a Hall of Fame resume.
Yes,
So
I'm saying
so
personally,
All Pro
Right.
means more.
which I don't know
Because
if
we
it's-
all do this to essentially be in football heaven and be the best at what we do, right?
I feel like there should be actual people who played the game to rate the game.
I agree.
You think that Pro Bowl is not voted on by the fans?
No, it is.
One
But
third of
it's
it.
1/3 fans.
All right,
It's
so
1/3
it matters.
players and it's 1/3
It
coaches.
holds more weight because you have a third coaches, a third
Right.
players. The AP All Pro doesn't have
It's
any of that.
Associated Press, so it's all writers. They go to like 50 some writers, and I'm going to say it one more time, writers. And they've been covering
Writers.
the game. They've been covering the game for a long time.
Writers.
But if you haven't played at the highest level, you don't like actually watch the game. You're like, oh no, he's the best defensive end because of stats. But sometimes,
I think it's all up for debate.
It's all biased too. Like they can have their favorites.
Yeah,
You know what
absolutely.
I mean?
You should do
So-
straight players.
right. So anyways, hey, balls out even the next year. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's just, a linebacker, bro. He's going to have another 100 tackles. He's going to have another Pro Bowl.
Now add on Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. Add on.
That means that's a man of the community.
He's not only in the community, he's one of those people that truly cares about not only his teammates but the community he's residing in. So then you have, that's the 2020 to 2021 season going crazy.
Well, let's not just skimp over this Walter Payton Man of the Year.
That's what I'm saying.
My dog has regularly met with the youth at Hennepin County Juvenile Detention Center and worked with Twin Cities-based nonprofit All Square, a counseling and support group for people with police records re-entering society.
Yes, sir.
Impactful into the community.
Shout out to All Square.
Visited pediatric patients at UCLA. Loves playing video games, doing arts and crafts, and talking football with the kids. Only active player to be born on a leap day. Damn.
Leap year.
So you
only get a birthday every
2
4
years?
4 years.
4.
Lord.
It's a
turn
leap
up,
year.
though.
So once every 4 years.
7.
Hey, so it's like an eclipse up in this thing. Like
said
you,
we
you
turn
got-
up,
you- like,
though.
you don't get it every time. You just
It's not quite an eclipse.
So
but,
you don't celebrate a
same.
birthday?
something like that.
I said something like an eclipse.
So I like my birthday
A lunar
because
eclipse?
everybody remembers it. I feel like everyone remembers it 'cause it's kind of unique. And
Because
it's
you're
like,
your leap year, baby.
yeah. So, but like people tell me the week before, like the week of the 20, like the week before in February, people tell me happy birthday.
That's not when you're born.
Into March, people tell me happy birthday a little
Not when you're
bit.
born.
And when it is my birthday, everybody remembers it,
You've only got to celebrate your birthday like 7
and we
times.
turn up.
And we go up.
We go way
You
harder.
have to.
You have to go harder.
My
You have to go
dog,
harder.
my dog
Have to.
Eric Nathaniel Marvin Kendricks is only 7 years old. he's only
up.
had 7 birthdays.
And he's a painter.
And a car guy. And we don't have we're not going
And
to
a
break into
political
it.
science major.
But let me ask.
I mean,
Okay.
this dude is a jack.
You guys are flattering me right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. Look, let me ask you this.
What's up?
What got you into cars? From all the sports you've done, what got you into cars?
I've been into cars. I used to like Hot Wheels and like RC cars and like
You used to
what
build
got me
your
into
own
cars
Legos,
was the Mustang
models.
5.0. I would say growing up, it was like the Flow Masters on it. I
don't
feel
know
like
what that
those
is.
ones were sick. But I mean, I just always love cars. Like my little nephews now, I love it because they just like they're all about the Hot Wheels and the cars
Yeah.
and the tractors.
Yeah.
And I love it so much. Like every time I FaceTime them, I just walk out to my garage and I just try to like
Show 'em something.
I try to get their attention with my
So
car.
What's your car? What's your car? What you got in the
I got-
fleet?
I got a Porsche GT3 RS, which is like it's my
That's
my
your,
child,
yeah.
and also
That's my child.
I have a Mustang 5.0 1993 LX, It's like
thing
Fox
runs,
body.
huh?
Things that was the car that kind of got me into it.
Yeah.
So that was like the car I wanted in high school.
Mhm.
I just got this past year. Been working on it, and it's dialed in right now. Love it.
How many horses in that?
300. Nothing crazy,
Mhm.
I would say, but it's really torquey.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to drive.
Stick.
Yeah.
So you're a real driver.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I actually helped work on it with my buddy Carter. Shout out to Carter. And I've also been working on my grandpa's old 1995 Dodge Viper this past year. It was actually my grandpa's. I knew he had it as a kid, and I was able to like
You be working on
Lobby.
them?
yeah. So that's what I was doing this past off season, and when I was in OTAs, I actually have a YouTube channel that I've been working on and on.
Wow.
Shout out to my dog Eric Kendricks YouTube channel too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tap in.
So I was working on the car, and all of a sudden when I was working on it, I was just like pulled my phone out, started filming, and that's what's kind of like started the channel. But
and now he just does like some daily questions. You know, he be feeding the people, give them what they want.
yeah.
What's up with the political science though? Like, what made you want to get into that? You always been interested in it like that, or?
I mean, honestly, like it was a good major to get into at UCLA. I was interested in it, but looking back at it, like I think that it was more of them being like, you know, you're going to UCLA, you have to have something to fall back on in case you don't make it in football. What kind of major would you want to have? So I kind of chose political science, but like looking back at it now, being 8 years into the league, I'm like, man, I wish I was an art major at UCLA. I wish I really did what I probably would have wanted to do, which was probably been an art major.
Acting or
Yeah,
painting
no, just
or-
like something that I would probably can't, you know, looking back at it now, you know, I'm not going to say I regret it at all because it was great for me. But
So the art is like really like a passion of
No,
yours.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
So like, when did you come up with that artistic ability, like that you love to paint?
I went to an art school from kindergarten through 8th grade. And we had to do we had to do a play. We had to play instruments. We had to do multiple plays a year. But for the most part, we had to take like an art class every day of our school.
Wow.
So we had to do some type of art, graphics design, pottery, watercolors, something like that every day. So I was doing that growing up just naturally, like every day of my life. And it was just a part of my life. And when I got to high school, I just went really heavy into sports because I went from an art school to like a regular school.
Yeah.
So I went heavy into sports, and I got to college and went to pros. And then, like my third year in the league, I was just in the off season, like I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah.
And then I went to the art store and just picked up a bunch of art supplies. And
What's your
now I've just
artwork of choice? Would you like create something with your hands, like pottery, or like
I've
is
done
it all forms?
It's mainly just painting, really. Like right now, get some canvases and stuff like that. But like I just have fun with it. Like I just do it on random days. Sometimes I'll do it the whole day.
I remember a couple years ago, like you raised money for it.
Yeah. And during the pandemic, I was painting a bunch because I was like, I can't hold still. I got to be like, I'm kind of person that's everywhere doing everything. So like when I was stuck in the house, I was just painting a bunch because I needed something to fulfill my mind, you know? So, and then I was just like selling them and matching the money that I sold them for and giving it to whatever charity that the person bought it for.
That's dope.
Mhm.
I fool with it. That's
Right.
nice.
Right.
I can't paint nothing.
Not
You
I
see
can't.
my man try to.
You
draw
can
the
though. You just
referee.
gotta have fun with it. Like,
I just splash some
yeah,
stuff up there.
that's it.
Put some music on there.
Put some music
Hey,
on.
yeah.
Get a little, maybe a glass of wine.
Call
you
it
know?
abstract, like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
Get a glass of wine. Get
It's in
some
the eye of the beholder.
get some colors that you like. You know,
Somebody paid 2.5 for that thing.
straight up.
Ethereum. Anyways, his brother's in the
still-
crypto. I'm in the
that's
crypto.
still-
Yeah,
that's still-
a couple bands right now.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Bandos.
I'll
Yeah,
take it.
bandos. I'm
I'll
walking
take
out the bando. Anyways, so
If I sold an art piece for 2.5 ETH, I'd be pretty happy. Proud of
and
myself.
that's a great starting point.
me too.
You should sell it for about what is that two? It's probably like $5
What's that,
grand right
1,400
now. Either way.
today? 28. It could be 100K.
Yeah, like 4,200. But
You're better at math than me.
so anyway, so we go through, your time in the league, your time at UCLA, your active interests. But I also want to get back to your Madden rating. Do you know it?
Oh,
90 this year.
90.
Respect.
Okay, 90 at the end
So
of
that's
last year.
respect, though.
That's respect.
I know.
is
Look,
respect.
I used to
that-
be 70 consistently going into the year. Maybe
they
63.
do
with
be
100
68.
tackles, with 126
That
tackles.
used to be standard.
Madden, I applaud
Now I'm a 90,
you.
bro. What?
Yeah. So you good on that
That
one?
is crazy.
Madden, I
I only
applaud
play.
you.
The only reason why I play football is to get my Madden rating higher. That's it.
Hey, man, I guess when you get 100 tackles for 7 years in a row, well, really, 10 years in a row.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
Like
When
crazy.
you just be tackling nonstop. I guess
That's
you got
am I 90? Dang.
That's respect.
You're the first person I've ever seen actually have a positive reaction to their Madden rating.
I don't care. I'm just surprised because it's not a 74. So
That's what they
do be doing that.
But that's
They
what they
try
start off
to.
like rookies.
They'll
though.
try. They'll do you.
They be
quick.
trying me. They be trying me. Like
They'll do you so
the
quick.
Madden range people really could just see me for real. Like they really can.
Hey, they really,
I just don't-
like 70s is like
But-
okay, you're a rookie.
But that's not to start off this year. We don't. So I don't know for this year still.
I could
So I
probably-
need to humble myself
They
a little bit.
they leaked a lot of positions already, like top 15 each position.
Really?
So if you're 90, you're in there. We'll figure
Well,
it out.
if you're top 15 as your position,
Is there? I don't play Madden. So is there like a?
What's your
what
go-to
you
video
play
game?
though?
I don't play any video games anymore.
No video games.
I
We
just-
have a
this-
false stat.
I know. Well, now I just work on my.
That's what I was about to ask
work
you.
on
I was-
cars.
He's got oil hands now. He
Yeah.
That's what
greased
I was about
up.
to ask. I was like, you paint, you fixing the cars. I'm like, when do you have time to play the video game?
Yeah.
He don't.
Because one takes Prentice over
And
the other.
congratulations, my dog did just get married. You know
I
what
did
I'm
get
saying?
married.
Shout out.
Congratulations,
Hey,
brother.
Thanks,
shout
my
out.
wifey,
You know what I'm
Allie.
saying? College
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Prayers
Absolutely.
for health and blessings and a
Hey,
prosperous marriage.
When I tell you breeding,
My girl's more athletic than me, for
Well,
sure.
you picked a good one.
hey, she plays soccer, UCLA. Hey, the funniest shit ever was like, I was like, EK, how you like? He's like, bro, I knew I was in love when I was on a scooter and the scooter went away, and I was like, I jumped off, so I had to take off, and I looked over, she was right there, and I was
No,
like,
because we were on a scooter in college, and there was a construction zone, and it was my buddy's scooter, and we were turning the corner, and the scooter kind of slipped out from underneath, but I just
She was riding with you?
she was on the back,
Yeah, hey,
and I
he bailed.
slipped off, but I like landed on my feet like oh man, and then I was like, oh Allie, I turned around and she was running the other way like on her feet, and I'm like,
babe,
she's the one. Like for me, I thought it was crazy that I was on my feet, and when I
Right.
look back and she was running on her
Yeah,
feet.
like,
We just landed on our feet like cats. Scooter was like sliding like
Yeah.
my friend's scooter, then I had to
Crazy.
figure it out later.
My friend's
Whatever.
scooter was.
But
Yeah.
my girl's good.
You good? I'm good. We good.
I'm gonna marry
I went to
you.
one of her soccer games and she kicked this crazy goal, like insane, and I was just like, who is this woman? Like, I knew she was like that, but
You didn't know she was.
she was like that.
Yeah.
She's mine.
Can I ask you two a question?
Hit it.
All right. Do you guys tell each other that you guys love each other?
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
like, bro. I'm like,
I
bro.
do.
Hey, I got nothing but love
I
and
do.
respect for you.
You think
Like,
you
my guy.
think that's pretty normal in our profession?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think.
I
people
think it's
tell-
more normal than
I don't think people say "I love you" to their boys that much. I don't think.
Oh yeah, for sure that.
I do. To my boys,
sure.
I'd be like, bro, I love you, bro.
me too.
Like, I'd be, I love you, bro. Like, I do say that, and people be like, yeah, bro, yeah, love. I'd be like,
But some
you
people
know,
show
like,
it differently. Some people are less, they will less verbal, but they'll show you that they love you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, but I do tell. I know I've told him
Yeah,
several times.
For
I
sure.
love you.
I feel like now I'm on the lesser end of this because I'd be like, bro, I always got love for you. Like this is my brother. Like
That's yeah.
Like if we beef,
that
I'd find a way to like solve the beef. Like, and there's not too many motherfuckers I'm gonna say that about. Like if I'm like, oh,
but
like
we've never. I'm like, I don't
Right.
think we've ever had a beef. Like,
bro, like his wife is, you know what I'm saying? Like I would go to war for her just like I would mine. Like, you know what I'm
No
saying? Like
doubt.
they're family. So
what do you think that is like? How was that built? Like how was it? Was it right away? Was it?
us two.
Yeah.
it was
How
us two from jump. I slept
the
on his
jump.
couch. Yeah, I slept on his couch when I first got
So
drafted.
we both got drafted in the first round to go to the Saints. It was lockout year. We got tight at that draft. We didn't have a place to stay, so he came and stayed with me at the townhouse. We kind of like
He was already
cheap.
Yeah, no, he was already training out there.
Yeah, I
He
was
already
training
had-
He
out
was
there.
cheap.
That too.
Nah,
No,
well-
lockout year, we didn't have any bread.
yeah,
The signing bonus did not drop
Yeah.
till I was like actively damn near in season.
yeah.
Cali took
You
some.
get past.
And then like, yeah, so we just got tight. We was together 8 years. We kind of had parallel. We kind of had real similar lives with fathers playing in the league, bro. And then we just got tight, bro. Like,
Right.
it's over
and
time.
then you're in the
man.
trenches together,
Yeah,
Man.
bro.
grinding together.
I mean, he left me, and I was just like,
I didn't leave.
and like, hey, like real life felt like, you know, like broken up with. Like I said, bro, you just gonna leave me? Like, what's up?
I didn't leave. It just business happened.
No doubt.
And I took it personally. You know, I was like, bro, you just gonna leave me? Like, what's up?
It hurt my feelings too.
He's like, no, bro, you tried me. I said, no, he want to pay you. Like, I'm calling Sean calling me, and I'm trying to call Mark. Mark, pick up Sean's phone. Nah, it's disrespect. Sean, he said it's disrespect. Come on, man, call him back.
Trying to be
Mark,
the
they gonna
agent.
pay you more. That's not what my agent said. Don't listen to the agent. Listen to me.
Yeah.
He made his money elsewhere.
It was just miscoms, you know what I mean? It was business and a little, I guess, some miscoms too.
Yeah.
But I ended up probably having one of my best years as a pro in Baltimore the next year.
Straight up.
Eating.
Everything happens for a reason.
Eating. And all you can do is big.
No, but everything happens for a reason. It comes full circle.
When did you guys get comfortable behind the camera? I've noticed that you two have always been comfortable behind the camera. For me, I feel like I've barely started getting.
Bro, you seem pretty comfortable here.
I'm more comfortable now than I really used to be, for sure. Way more.
Yeah.
But like you guys are like always like.
But naturally,
you guys are always like, yeah.
But naturally, like in your environment, like when I first met you, it's not like you weren't like the outgoing one. Like Mike was the outgoing one, but like you're not an introvert by any means, but you're not like an extrovert.
I agree.
Yeah. Like I necessarily don't love being behind the camera, but like I think from time like being in Alabama, being behind the camera, and then like winning the Heisman had to be behind the camera, and then being like first round had to be behind the camera, and then like just over time,
naturally,
yeah, you just kind of over time just learn how to be yourself, I guess, on camera, learn how to speak. Still always room for improvement behind the camera, room for more vocabulary behind the camera, but like I think it's just over time, just experience. It's just like it's natural now, you know.
Right. I feel like an interesting perspective would be like when I was growing up, you know, balling in high school or whatever. Cameras would come up and I'd have an interview, but my dad would always like see every interview and be like, if you're using the words "but" or "and" or like these are the words that take away from it. Like he was always critiquing me. So then as I'm going through interviews, I'm not saying and but early on, like 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's like if I say and or if I hear like a stutter or one of these repetitive words, I'm already thinking in my head, damn, he gonna get me for this. Mm-hmm. So like I'm more worried about like
does that make you
making
worse
it fluid.
at the interview?
Like if
that made you better.
Yeah.
I feel like in those cases,
Easily
those
better.
kind of made me worse at interviews
you're thinking about it.
Because you're thinking too much.
I would give less because I was nervous to give like more and give like something that was incorrect. Yeah.
I'm going
just
full
like,
throttle.
Yeah, now I'm just like more myself for sure.
I still think I do some ands and some ums, but I'm not scared to talk on the camera. And so I will listen to myself in some interviews. I'll be like, okay, I did decent on that one. Or like, okay, I was saying a lot of ums or something on that. Like, you know what I mean?
Different circumstances mean, you know, are different. You have different kind of interviews.
It's kind of weird watching yourself on camera. Like,
it is.
It's a creepy.
Because sometimes you may have like, it may be a bad type of
it's
game.
Creepy.
You may be exhausted. You may have like stuff that has happened. Like
sometimes you don't feel it. Like you don't feel like talking.
Bro,
Like
I've done like some analytic work, and you hear yourself in the box. You're like, bro, I said before 30 times. What didn't I say before? You just got like whatever it was, you're uncomfortable in that space. But the more repetitions you get, the more comfortable you get. And honestly, if you're not comfortable in front of a camera, continue like put yourself in front of a camera, put yourself in front of your family, put yourself in front of like friends or whatever, and make that environment. But if the camera way is not you, if you are more of an introvert or more of a private person, be that. Don't change who you are.
Don't press it
for sure.
just be who you are. Be natural. Learn, improve, just like anything else.
Facts. I'm a middle child, so you know.
Yeah. We do a little grind your gear segment, man. Like something that like really like, you know, annoys you, right?
Okay.
Like one of mine is I have the charger. I've been charging my phone. And I leave, go work out, I come back home, I can't find my charger. It's nowhere to be found. Like somebody took the charger. Clearly it's my charger. Got black tape around it. Like it's my charger. Or like this was just happened recently. Checkout time at the hotel. Like it's 11 and 10 a.m. sometimes. The check-in's 4 p.m. I'm like, why can't it be reversed? You know, I land. I got to leave my stuff at the bell stand. Like, got to figure out what I'm doing. I just want to go upstairs, maybe take a nap. I had a long flight. It kind of pisses me off. Like, let me just get checked in my room. You know what I mean? Kind of really irritates me. Or driving in the fast lane. So I guess I get irritated by a lot of things.
Right. I mean, or you're on the field at defensive end in a wide 9 and it's 3rd and 7 and you know it's pass. Everybody knows it's pass. Quarterback's in shotgun and you got a child running back, which he's offset running back. And it's not a scat back, you know. If it's scat back, you understand this hit call that's coming, taking you out of this pass rush stance that you're in, this pass rush mentality. And it's like a 270-pound shorter running back that you could cover, like I could cover him, but the linebacker gives you a hit call, which means I have to then abandon my pass rush to hit this running back. And it doesn't happen 1 or 2 times; it happens 3 or 4 times, and you just wonder if you get paid to cover. and I get paid to rush, why am I hitting somebody you're supposed to cover, which I think my son could cover? You know, I'm not going to say like, you know, let's or whatever, but why am I making
Team.
you know, do your job?
Team.
And again, I'm not going to get
think
mad at the
there's-
first time. It's like the fourth time. And I'll tell you, no more.
Or when like somebody's like exaggerating the weight of the running back, say he's 270 pounds, and I'm going through my head, it's, you know,
Mike Tolbert was 270 pounds for sure.
Brandon Jakes was probably pushing 265, 260.
right now though.
Right now, probably little Mike Davis. I'm gonna stop. He's rolling. No, and then Eddie Lacy, of course, was for sure.
Big.
Never heard.
I might. Like,
Roll
So
Tide.
what grinds my gears?
Yeah.
When people smack.
while eating or just like smack in general.
Once in a while, it's,
Like
you
pop
know,
the gum, like
No, once in a while is all right, but like when we're eating a meal and you're just like,
Like shit's fire though, but it's fire. Like the meal's fire.
I would just be like looking at you like,
Mouth breather.
my brother. It's my brother's fault. Michael, he's a smacker. So now it's like I'm super heightened aware to it. Like hate it.
yeah.
I
It
went,
just triggers you. Like
Triggers
I went opposite because
We're like
once
sees
Mike
red.
knows it irritates you, he's going to continue doing it.
Daniil Hunter is like does it sometimes, but like me and him are good. Like, I'm good enough friends with him to where I can like call him out on it,
Like,
and,
relax.
like and feel good about like me calling him out.
Right.
But damn, bro, hate that.
That's your motor bro. Motor bro? That doesn't sound good.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
That's my car guy.
They have a car like they had a car commercial together. So I didn't
let's say car friends.
car friend. I'm
not
gonna leave
gonna
it at
say
Motor
Motor
Bro. In
Bro.
fact, I'm gonna rename you two on my phone as Motor Bros.
Whoa,
Yeah, no, me and Daniil love driving in the cars.
Make it hot.
All right, my bad. So, anyways, round us up,
All
man.
right, bro. Hey, man, we rounding up Truss Levels, man. We is blessed today to have Eric, Nathan Kendricks,
Marvin
man,
Kendricks.
Hey, true linebacker, painter, political science major, all things,
All pro,
all pro.
Pro Bowl,
And-
I appreciate you guys knowing a lot about me. Like
Buckets Award
this is
winner.
like I should
Hey.
know more about you guys.
It's all good,
Bro, that's
Whenever
the
you wanna
greatest thing.
know, just reach out.
Hey, that's the
I just
greatest
know
thing
you
about
two
the cast,
are
bro. Like we look.
Upstanding gentlemen.
Hey.
I appreciate y'all for taking me in as a youngin when I was out
Hey,
and about
it's
with
all
you guys.
love, bro. It's all love.
Bet. It's
And
all
just
love.
like the sun will rise, Eric Kendrick Michael. No, Mike's your brother. I'm tripping. Oh.
Eric Nathan,
got a lot of names.
Eric Nathan Marvin
Eric
Kendricks.
Nathan.
No, he's got a lot of names.
Eric Kendricks is going to have 100 tackles.
2 or 3 interceptions.
Just like the sun is going to come up.
3 to 5 sacks.
Linebacker. And I got my co-host with me, my brother Cam Jordan, all decade, future gold jacket himself, will soon to be franchise leader in sacks halfway through the season. And I am Mark Ingram II. A man, the myth, the legend.
The legacy.
My brother's keepers. Whenever y'all need me, you know I got y'all's back.
Yes, sir.
Love.
Much love. And that's on the biggest of the trust of the levels.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. We appreciate you, dog, because without you, we don't have a show.